Or thing.
Absolutely. We started last time at the tavern with a bunch of with the people in Elturel that we were trying to like get the supplies and all the people for the caravan together. And we had finished the tavern and we're discussing what to do next, and we decided basically to go to the smithy. And it looked like the smithy had been cleared out, and we met Willem Smith and Godric Ironarm, who were very high, but they pointed us in the direction of some, I guess, cultists that had taken the supplies and were also doing some shady things in a temple kind of nearby, as well as there was a girl that came and asked for help. Volley Foot, I think, was her name. Willis Foot, and basically led us to the cultists, and that we might have spent a little bit too much time trying to sneak in for not much payoff, but that's all right. But we kind of interrupted their ritual as they were summoning, I think, a demon or something like that. But yeah, we got to the church and we either killed or arrested all of the bad guys there. Sorry, I don't know why I'm floundering. Someone else take it.
Yeah, we killed a bunch of the we killed two Despater. We killed one Despater cleric and three guys, just dudes that were down there that were I don't know, helping or protecting them. But we did find a flyer on one of those guys that was a recruitment poster for the Flaming Fist. The other thing that happened while we were down there is they finished summoning I think it was a fiend, a spine devil. If I got that right.
It was.
But we managed to kill that. We killed one of the Despater clerics, and then we killed the other one. We were able to sort of examine and loot to our heart's content down there. Recovered the supplies. And I think from there we just sort of just gathered everything, brought it all out, and headed back to Dara's caravan, where we made plans for long resting.
Yes, with the Bane cultists and the Despater cultists manacled to the cart, alternating so that they get somewhat rest. And then I noted that Eudora does have the manacle keys.
Mm-hmm. During the fight, Sally the skeleton came into life and helped us, but she is now a bone again, so that was fun.
Oh, that's right. And what was your character's name? Cabell freaked out when Eudora asked him about why it works. It's just extremely illogical, and he hated that.
He was very upset that whoever made this broke the rules of magic.
Yep.
Specifically for Sally the skeleton, or for something else?
For Sally the skeleton, he was upset that because he thinks that all magic words have to be like rhyming couplets, but this was just a single word and it was a joke word, and he's very upset about it.
How dare it be a pun? That's what, I remember that now. Okay. Okay.
Amazing. I think that's a great recap. So you are all, it's nighttime and you are walking now with the rest of the caravan and your cart with your horses and taking turns with the long rest. And you're going on the road towards Baldur's Gate. This is expected to be a 10-day journey. Basically kind of like every square is a day or hex is a day, essentially. And yeah, that's what you can expect. You guys decided on shifts, and I forgot to write them down, so you can either remember or redecide.
I think
It
I
was Tamila and then Eudora. I don't remember the last two.
I know I was
Yeah.
I was about to say I think I was
That's it.
last. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So Pavel and then Vin.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So 3 of you are resting in the cart. As was it Tamila first?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can keep watch first.
All right, Tamila, make a perception check.
First roll.
Mm-hmm.
Drum
Perception.
roll.
Sorry, 1 second. Perception. There.
Nice.
All right. So yeah, you're walking for a couple hours during your shift. Well, I guess you're riding in the cart, but you're alert for a couple hours during your shift. And you're looking around. You see a lot of tired refugees in their carts or walking along beside you. Ahead of you is the cart with the familiar folks from the inn. And a couple carts behind you is the familiar folks from the smithy. And then Dara's cart is leading the caravan towards Baldur's Gate. As you travel, you're not noticing anything out of the ordinary or any threats along your trip. Is there anything you would like to do?
So I want to make sure I understand.
Mhm.
Is the caravan moving through the night, or are we long resting during the day while the caravan's moving?
We're moving through the evening, getting into the night. And they're looking for a place to camp. I believe Vin suggested the Hammer of Heaven, so they're headed in that direction. But it might be midday by the time you guys get there. So you'll be walking through the night.
Okay, so we're going to walk through the night.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay.
Mm.
So Tamila wants to keep an eye out for any mushrooms or forageables along the way as we go.
Okay.
And kind of in between the time, she wants to take out one of the spines she got from a devil and see if she can't make it into an arrow.
Okay, great. For looking for the stuff, it's either perception or survival at disadvantage because it's nighttime.
Gotcha. Disadvantage survival. 16.
Hey, pretty good. Yes, you're able to pick up another 10 gold worth of supplies. You find a kind of a really nice farm that had a great garden along your path, and you run up and grab some supplies. It seems to be abandoned. And for your arrows, do a sleight of hand check.
22.
Wow, yes. How many spines did you have?
I wrote it down. Let's see. I
It was
had.
A few.
Oh, I definitely wrote it down. I will find it.
We'll say
something like 6-ish, or at least 6 or something.
yeah, I think it was like 5 or 6. Yeah.
I get six spines.
Okay, great.
I got 6
So
spines
you're
from
able
them.
to make 2 spines during this 2 hours. And plus you're looking for the stuff, and so.
Very cool.
And Eudora is up next. Would you like to wake her?
I do. I will go back to the cart and lay a hand on her shoulder. Dora.
Oh my, that time went by so quickly, Tamila. Thank you, though, for waking me.
It'll go by just as quick with you awake as you can get back to it.
I smile and nod and kind of sleepily wipe my eyes, and I'll start my watch.
All
with
right.
a perception, yes?
Yes.
Lovely.
Mhm.
4.
Yes. All right. You do notice Vasha is in the cart ahead. She looks very tired, and she's pretty much the only one driving the cart all night.
Oh no.
Yeah, she has injured in her cart.
Okay. I think for the first little bit, I'll keep an eye out, and then I'll get bored, And then I'll take out Nebula, the skull, and I'll talk to her for a little bit. Just kind of keep good relations with her and, tell her we're on our way to Baldur's Gate. And I'll actually ask her if she knows anything about, like, whole towns disappearing. If she knows anything about that.
Interesting. Let me roll something for her.
Okay.
Okay. She knows of raids that the Cult of the Dragon has done to take out some smaller towns around, where was it? It was around Baldur's Gate, but they were very small towns. Like, they had like 10 buildings and then mostly farming communities, which they use to take over and use as a base of operations. But she hasn't heard of towns that just like go missing or anything like that.
Gotcha. Okay. And I think I already tried to question her about what she knew about the Bane cultists, and she gave us everything she knew, right? Am I misremembering? Or have I not asked her about that yet?
You did. You asked her about them. She does think they're related to the place in Baldur's Gate that they were going to raid to get back their gear. They think for some reason the Bane cultists have been stealing from the Cult of the Dragon, and they need to get their stuff back.
Okay. The last thing I'll ask her is what she knows about resurrections and revivals of dead people.
Well, Tiamat can revive someone if she so finds them desirable or useful. Only the strongest of entities can do so, or their most strongest clerics. That's all I know.
So, isn't there just other people who, those scholarly types, the wizard folks who can also do that? I thought I heard something alongside those lines as well. Because, outside of Tiamat, of course, religion's not quite my cup of tea.
No,
Seems
wizardry,
like
I don't believe goes that way. Wizardry is more about books and the weave of magic, but your soul, no, that is tied to the heavens and hells.
What do you do when you keep praying and nothing happens? How do you keep your faith?
Well, it's always a good time to sacrifice in the name of Tiamat. Or, you could rob some of Tiamat's opposers and donate it to Tiamat. Or you could, burn down towns. She loves fire.
Of course.
And we're just spreading her goodwill.
Wonderful. It's always good to have a reminder of all those things.
Don't forget to kill that cultist.
Of course. Well, actually, you'll love this. He actually wants to be killed, so what I'm doing is keeping him alive to torture him.
Oh, I love that. You're right. Good job.
Never give them what they want.
Of course. Unless it's Tiamat.
Of course. Unless it's Tiamat. I think I'll also note, I just want to let you know as well, we're traveling with a bunch of other folks who haven't quite let them in on our little thing, so if you ever hear me discussing that I am not a follower of Tiamat, just know that, and of course you know this from when you were alive, that not a lot of people look kindly upon the people who follow Tiamat, so just keep that in mind. Sometimes I'm gonna be saying that I don't follow her and I don't believe in her. Just so I don't
Yes.
surprise you.
I had to make this sacrifice before. I understand.
We all make such horrible sacrifices, don't we?
Yes, yes, but all in her glory, and soon she shall raise all of these lands and claim them, and we will
All
be
in the name-
remaining.
Yes, all in the name of the all-powerful.
Yes, Lady Tiamat.
Well, I'm getting a bit tired and I think my shift is up.
Alright.
I'm gonna have to put you back in.
Thanks for the
Tamila.
talk.
Have a lovely night.
You too.
And I'll shove her back in, and I'll wake up Pavel then for his shift.
All right.
Hey, help me with the prisoners, swapping them.
Oh,
yeah.
right, it is that time, yes. I'll go ahead and help Pavel, especially because I have the keys.
And I did have a question for you.
Yes, Pavel?
Just really quickly.
Yes?
Marry, bang, kill the Hellriders.
And which ones?
Reya, Tamila, and Vid.
I love this.
Marry,
This is great.
bang, or kill. Alright, marry, bang, or kill.
Yeah, like
My options are
right. Hypothetically, between
Reya.
Reya, Tamila, and Vin, which one would you marry? Which one would you have sex with? And which one would you kill?
She'll say, well, interesting question. She seems unfazed by this. I would believe I would... As I think about this, I would, what would I do? Well, I would bang Reya, because she seems like she can be quite a feisty lady. I'd marry Tamila, because she's such a sweetheart, and unfortunately, I'd say kill Vin, though, yeah, I could put him in the bang category as well if I had an option not to kill.
Oh wow, that's like a whole wasted spell scroll. Yeah, like the resurrection scroll. Like it's just totally wasting it if you kill Vin.
Well, we're not gonna actually do any of
yeah,
it.
It's all hypothetical.
It's just a game.
But
At least
like,
I know of it as a game.
yeah, it's
I'm not
it's
sure
a
if
game.
you think it's a game as well.
It's absolutely a game. Sorry,
Wonderful.
sorry, but
wonderful.
like speaking of Vin, he kind of made a good point the other day. About killing that one cultist, just like unilaterally deciding, like just
Oh well, he was just
I mean-
wait.
Right, but I think we could probably get like a payout. Like all I'm saying is, if you want to make unilateral decisions, like that's fine. But I think you're gonna keep getting some pushback from the Hell Riders unless you at least put up an appearance of asking for their input. Maybe might be a good idea.
Well, Pavel, when we were all separated and we were all unsure after a whole town disappeared, and we needed horses to ride towards the scene of
Yeah,
the
no,
incident.
I know.
I don't think a
understand.
quorum is the best.
I totally
scenario
understand, and I'm totally on
likely
board with
happen.
you making whatever unilateral decisions that you want to. But just maybe like for the others, maybe just put up an appearance, and you can already be killing them while you're asking their opinion. Like that's fine with me. But
Can I insight Pavel into if he felt like if he was perturbed by my actions.
Yeah, go ahead.
Great. 17.
Okay. So the most like emotion that Pavel has sort of had during this exchange was when he talked about like maybe not getting an extra bonus for turning in the other prisoner.
Gotcha. Nice. Well, thank you so much for your concern, Pavel. I'll be sure to be a bit more forward-thinking when we consider who we're taking and who we're leaving behind.
Cool. Well, I'm guessing you gotta go to sleep, or do you want to like hang out?
I have one quick question for you before I turn in for the night. The stuff that you do, how hard did you study? I know, not that I was watching you or anything when we were back at Baldur's Gate, but I noticed that you had your nose in the books quite an awful lot. How long did it get you to kind of get where you are?
Oh well, I had some help. I was in Candlekeep and I found a spell book there, and that was really, really helpful. Like everything that I can do, I found from that spell book, but I had to only half of it was comprehensible. The other half was in cursive. I don't understand why he had two different ways of writing, but I had some help from librarians, and I had to kind of work at it for almost the entire time I was in Candlekeep. I was working at that.
What would you say to powers not being learned from studying? What if someone had things that just kind of happen?
I don't think I follow the question.
Sorry, I must be so tired. Well, I'll just turn in then. Thank you so much for your lovely conversation, Pavel.
Things just happening. Huh.
Well,
he seems to be trailing off and looking
into wandering into his own mind.
Yeah, just sort of starting to the cogs are turning, and he's looking off into the whatever he can see into the big darkness.
Yeah. Well then, let me know if you need anything, but I'm gonna turn in for the night, and just make sure none of them scooch on over towards these keys of mine. I'll pat my pocket, even though I know he's not listening, and I'll just go to sleep. I'll make sure to be away, position myself in the cart away from the prisoners. Okay. So that they can't just reach an arm over and pickpocket me. I'm gonna put a body between me and them.
Great. Good idea. All right, Pavel, would you like to make a perception check, or do you have other plans?
Yes, I can make a perception check. I do have other plans too.
Okay, good. You're allowed to have both. Oh, great. Yeah. All right. You notice Vasha nodding off a couple times and then waking back up. She's looking pretty tired, but she's powering through. And you notice her looking back at Segrin lovingly every time she wakes back up. Behind you, you notice Wellham Smith and Gordrick trade places on their cart, and Wellham goes to sleep while Gordrick takes over the cart driving. And then you notice Jing has already woken up and has begun scavenging for food and bringing it back.
Okay. I would like to get down off of the cart and walk next to the Despater cultist.
Okay.
And when I approach him, I'm just going to say, hey, what's your name?
Are you a lawyer?
No, I'm Pavel.
I'll only talk to my lawyer.
That's very cool, but I was actually hoping that you could maybe help me. I would like for you to tell me how you summoned that thing back there.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Be quiet. They're trying to sleep.
Oh, you want me to be nice? Great.
So you want a lawyer?
Yes.
Well, you know that you're going to Baldur's Gate.
Oh, yes.
So we actually don't know who we're going to turn you into. So if there's anyone in particular or any lawyer that you know, if you would be willing to be nice, we can maybe trying to find a way to get you where you want to go.
Make a persuasion check.
Okay.
Oh,
No.
Ooh.
dang, dude. All right. Maybe it sounds like you're competent enough. All right. What do you want to know?
I want to know how you summoned that creature. It's I found the sulfur, I found the iron, I saw the sacrifice,
Mm-hmm.
and then I saw the portal. How did that all come together?
Well, do you know who Despater is, our lord?
Vaguely. So
He
Layer of
rules,
hell?
yes, the layer of hell called Dis. This layer is one of the most judicious and proper layers of hell. They have a great relationship with deals and paperwork that none of the bureaucrats here even could match. He can offer us many great powers, and such a power includes summoning his kin.
So it's just through Dis. Dis lets you. Do you know how Dis does it?
Of course I don't know how my lord operates. His power is far beyond any of our ken.
So then, just go over it with me. And I don't know if this is gonna amount to anything. But Pavel is going to sort of talk about, okay, so there was the sulfur, there was the iron, there was your chanting. What were the words? How did you? And he would sort of go down that line, and then he'd I think at some point he might like get fixated on like where did the devil come from, and what is that place like, and just sort of go through sort of a line of just questioning and the mechanics of all that.
Yeah, it's more like almost like a dark cleric spell, or like a warlock spell. Which isn't similar to wizard spells. It calls on magic, but it's more calling on a pact with a fiend. And they had a pact with Despater, and as part of that pact, they're granted powers. Yeah. But it doesn't make sense. Like, you couldn't write this in a book unless you made your own pact. But he will describe like how they had to sign a contract to get into this pact, and how they signed it with their blood. And how it was a very long and very complex contract that will take his soul upon his death and bring him to Dis.
Ooh, I see. So Pavel, like, he sort of gets all of that, but Pavel is at some point he says, I understand that it's not your ability, it's your patron or your god, but when your god does it, something has to happen. The world has to be affected. This place and that place, and what happens in between him doing it and it happens is what I want to know. And I think you've helped me a little bit. Thank you.
Glad to be of service. Remember our deal.
Yes. To that end, where do you want to go in Baldur's Gate?
Take me to the Lord. Oh my gosh, what's her name? Give me a second. The same one that's on that paper. So let me bring up that paper.
Got it.
Yep.
Oh, Duke
And-
Vanthemper.
Yep, that's what it is. Vanthemper. Take me to Duke Vanthemper.
And one last thing. Can I have your name, please? We're friends now, right?
Yes. One moment.
Sorry.
I didn't expect you guys to take hostages. I love it. I just didn't write these guys down. This guy is Zadicus.
My name is NPC1.
Zadicus
Sorry, I feel
Serpent.
bad now. Servant, last name?
Yep.
Okay, thank you.
Mhm.
Okay, and I'll wrap up my watch with that.
Awesome. All right, so you go to wake up Vin.
Yep.
Okay.
Wake up, Vin. Shake him.
Oh, okay. Kind of like lazily rolls, likely a little bit too much, and actually just falls out of the cart and hops up quickly after. Like, okay, I'm up. Okay. Anything? Do I need to know anything?
Well, I think there's quite a lot that you need to know, but nothing that I have to report.
Okay. Okay. Well, enjoy the sleep, I guess.
Yep. Have a good one.
Yep. Bye.
Bye.
All right.
Bye.
Yeah.
As you fall asleep 2 feet away from him.
Bye. Yeah.
Vin, go ahead and make a perception check and let us know what you want to do.
Yeah. This is still a disadvantage.
Mm,
Still tired today.
but-
15 though.
yeah,
Yeah,
nice
that's good.
high whiz.
Mhm.
So you recognize these roads as you were approaching the Hammer of Heaven. You know that the roads are generally fairly safe here, that it's traveled often by merchants and tradesmen and craftsmen and all sorts of folks. And you do know that you can expect a short temporary stay there and hope that they weren't affected by any of this craziness.
That it was something that he probably didn't even think about yet. No, hey, no, that's if you're not wrong, you're thinking ahead of him.
Yeah, Fraggy's not a high int character.
Not really known for their high intelligence. Yeah, I think as he goes, if I can, I don't know how what this trek looks like as like surroundings wise, but if I can like see if there's any like fallen wood or anything like that I just notice as we go about, that would be good for carving or some other purposes.
Okay, sure. Make a survival check. Okay.
Can.
You notice that there's definitely there's the occasional tree, but you would have to take time to chop it down. There isn't just fallen branches, as the roads are fairly well cleaned and kept clear for the travelers.
Nice. Okay. Well, then if that's the case, I'll just continue along,
Okay.
keeping track, making sure the prisoner doesn't run away. About it.
Awesome.
Simple
All right.
stuff.
So your travel is relatively unaffected or uninhibited. And you guys arrive at the Hammer Heaven right upon about noontime. And all of you are well rested and leveled up.
Whoop whoop.
Yeah. Make sure your sheets are all good.
Less
Mhm.
squishy.
Yeah, everybody's less squishy now.
Yeah.
Mhm. Okay. So Vin, do you want to describe the Hammer of Heaven, or do you want me to take it?
You take it because I don't have anything too specific, and I think my description went as far as like I think a little bit like this, and you were like, "Oh yeah, I'm running with it." So go ahead.
All right, cool. All right. So, Vin hasn't told you guys much about where you're going to, besides that kind of a place where he stayed and he learned craftsmanship. And what you notice is a hill that's covered in a spiral of paths up to the top of this hill. And along the paths are tons of tents and carts and all sorts of things from tradesmen, craftsmen, travelers, refugees, just tons and tons of tents and carts and people trying to sell their wares, people trying to work on their craft and trade knowledge. But they all go to this top of this hill. And Vin knows at the top of the hill is a massive meteorite that vaguely resembles a hammerhead, which is where the Hammer of Heaven gets their name. And this whole community is built up around this meteorite. It's a place where people have really mastered their craft and made special weapons out of this meteorite. So you guys have lots to do here. You could go check out the meteorite. Vin, you could go check on anyone you want to check on. And the tents have a lot of, active merchants and things like that. And I can show you.
Awake now?
Yep,
right?
You're all awake. Yep.
Okay.
Yes. So if you want to do some shopping,
Ooh,
I have a little shopping list here.
nice.
Ooh, nice.
So this is refugees, merchants, tradesmen, are all selling these things here.
Yes. Sorry to kind of interrupt what we're doing, but at some point before we get there, I would have given the grapes to Pavel.
Yes.
Oh, thank you.
And that's about 10 gold worth of potion materials.
Yay.
Maybe while people are thinking about maybe what they want to buy, can I imagine I had a couple different people who trained me over my time here. Can I go see the person who taught me wood carving, who I don't think I gave a name at all?
Sure.
But I can give one real quick if you need one.
Yeah, let's name him or her.
Yes. Let's say it's a her.
Oh, I need to get put light here.
Let's say it is. Ooh, maybe. Let's say it is a Kanku, female Kanku, who I don't know if this is the case in every world, but the worlds I've been a part of, Kankus usually have like names that are just like sounds, more or less. So I'm gonna say that this one kind of sounds just like wood being scraped off of a large board. So we just call it wood scrap, and that's it.
That's
I
cool.
love them. Okay. Alright, and we will put them here. Okay, so the one in blue is wood scrap. The other two are her family members, and then there's two other woods craftsmen there that she's mentoring. But put yourself on here.
Yeah, I would say I would definitely, knowing where to avoid and where to go. I'm definitely going to like try to sneak up on wood scrap.
Oh, make a stealth check.
All right, still a disadvantage. But let's see.
Oh no! So as you approach, wood scrap tosses an axe at you, a little hand axe at you. Let's see how it goes. 8. So it goes right in your direction, but it misses you as you dodge out of the way.
No, it's next level. I can start catching things, but not this level. So I dodge out of the way and say, "How'd you know?"
Vend, loud.
Ow, yeah. I tried to be quiet, but I've been tired recently. We had to do a whole thing, and the whole thing happened with the city, and I'm sure you saw it, right?
What?
Oh, well, the city exploded, or blew up, or is gone
Their
now.
eyes
I'm not really sure which.
What? Can you repeat? Elturel?
Name, Elturel. That's the name. I was gonna say Uteral or something. And I'm like, that's not right. Elturel. Yeah. There was the whole, the light was there, and then it went boom, and then it was gone. And then now we have a bunch of survivors here, which is fun. Not really fun. More.
Oh.
Yeah.
The refugees have been cramping the whole place. That's what they said.
Who said that?
Alim. He's been getting real angsty.
Oh, well, that's fair. You know how he is.
He's the Azer dwarf here. He has like a fire bearded head. That is his family found this meteorite, and he's the only one that's allowed to chip from it. And he's the one who decides who gets pieces of the meteorite. Okay.
I'm sure he would know me at the very least if I didn't know him.
He knows everyone that lived here. They've all at one point had to have had the talk from him about safety around the meteorites and things like that.
Yeah, sure. Oh yeah, I'm sure they will. I hope. I mean, I think we're going to take them to Baldur's Gate. I've never been there. They don't seem to have a lot of things. I do know they have salt apparently, but they like to steal it.
Very dangerous. Baldur's Gate, very dangerous.
Okay, I'll be careful. Don't worry. I did have a question for you, real quick.
Wait, you eat. Yum yum.
Oh, okay. Okay.
She starts preparing a meal of a lot of corn.
Okay.
Spoiled corn and then some random meats that she found, some salted meats.
Ooh, okay. So the usual. As I'm probably just using my hand to shovel corn into my mouth because it was probably just pecking at it.
They're her family's eating it.
Yeah. I did have a question. I still maybe don't understand. I know I've been trying to do the thing with my thing, and I kind of just gestured to my back.
You must find the right owner.
I know, but I keep handing it to people and they just look confused. Is there another reaction I should be looking for? Is there a light or is there a sound it makes?
Yes, you will see the glow.
Okay, see a glow. And next to his note that says things that Baldur's Gate doesn't have, he writes glow above it. Okay.
Glow very bright.
Glow very bright.
Must find pure heart.
Okay. Well, no offense. I'm traveling with some people. I don't think they are necessarily that type. That one, I would just say, if you see people in a lot of armor or seem to like rhymes a lot, maybe keep double
rhymes.
track of them. Yes.
Reimer over there, and she points at the what appears to be a bunch of researchers that have taken up shop over there.
Yeah, like them, but like more mangy, just a little bit more mangy. I know,
Are you safe?
It's okay. Oh, I mean, I died, but I'm okay now.
She starts like pecking at you a little bit, like, "Are you okay?" Oh, you're fine. You're fine.
I mean, I still feel pain. Okay, yeah, I'm okay now.
Alive.
But I don't know if I drowned or not. That's another issue in itself. Like, I'm slowly getting water. Every so often, I just kind of cough up like a blob of phlegm. But, other than that, I'm okay.
Well,
Takes
you
a
seem fine.
handful of corn and beets and just shoves it into his mouth.
Well, you eat like you're alive.
That's
Very
fair.
good. Yum yum.
Mm-hmm. Yes. All right. I'm gonna
Have
go
you
make sure
crafted
that
anything?
Ooh, I made a sun thing, but I gave that away, and then I made some wedding toppers, but I gave those away too. I don't have anything on me right now that I made.
Oh, very good.
Mm-hmm. I lost my kitchen or my cooking tools. I think I'm gonna say that when Elturel left, I think those were gone too. So I'm gonna see if I can find some of those before we get on the road again. You know how these ration bars are.
Ugh. You need more corn,
right?
She gives you like a few cobs of corn and shoves them in your bag.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, I need to make sure the refugees aren't destroying everything and staying together. But thank you for the corn.
You need anything?
I'm all right for now. Thank you though. He once again tries making the sound of her name with his mouth and fails very badly.
All of the cake you laugh at the
Yeah.
with the
Am I at least getting closer? Come on.
Little bit. She does with her wing, like a little, like sideways, like yeah, all right.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you for the corn. He holds up the corn and like just starts running away.
Lovely. They wave at you and go back to working on their crafts. Okay. Does anyone get anything from the shops?
Yes.
All right. You can go ahead. You don't have to role play it.
We can just add it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Havel
who
doesn't
else?
buy anything from the shops, but he goes through like every single stall and like looks at things, and if there's anything like the spyglass that's on there, like he picks that up and like gets really fascinated by it and like looks through it and puts it down. So he just goes through all of the shops and looks at everything.
Okay. Awesome. And they watch you very like a hawk when you're doing that, like urging you to buy or put it away. Just making sure you don't run away with it. So if you are trying to steal, let me know. But...
I'm not trying to steal now.
Okay, cool. Tamila.
The only thing Tamila's really looking at is the books, I think, catch your eye a little bit. The man selling the children's books.
Yeah, absolutely.
She's gonna pick up
Eudora's right there with you.
right there with you.
Mm-hmm.
She's gonna point at the pick up the 3 about with the gods and say, I know it's silly, but this might be helpful. I mean, and she's gonna give 3 copper pieces to the guy, and she's gonna buy A's for Azeth, volumes 2, 4, and or 2, 6, and 7.
Okay, love it. I think I have these for you, so let me pull them up. Okay.
As you say that, Eudora's like, oh, right, of course those would be useful. As she's holding in her hand the Fables of Faerun. She was like very intent on looking at this one. Of course those would be useful. Yes, of course. But she'll pay the guy the 1 copper and just take the book.
Okay. Oh. You all now have lots of reading materials. Pavel, as you're looking intensely at this spyglass, and within earshot of Tamila and Eudora, sorry, I tripped on your name there for a second. You hear, "Not my potatoes!" And Pavel, you see an older halfling farmer looking distraught as his cart has been pushed over by two thugs, and a swarm of hungry refugees around the cart are swooping up potatoes. He watches them and cries helplessly as he tries to keep a few potatoes from himself.
I use the spyglass to zoom in.
You see the wrinkles on his face.
Yeah, I guess I put the spyglass down and I start running over. I look over to where I think Tamila and Eudora are, to see if they're coming as well.
Do we hear this?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, everyone heard this.
Oh.
I might have been distracted reading. Will you say again what we heard?
Yes, you hear an older halfling yell out, "Not my potatoes!" And you hear a lot of excited sounds as a swarm of hungry refugees are swooping up potatoes from his fallen cart.
And it's our refugees?
No one you recognize.
So none from our caravan.
Right.
Well, that doesn't seem right.
Two thugs stand laughing at the old man, preventing him from getting to his potatoes, while the other refugees are stuffing their pockets and grabbing sacks to grab up potatoes.
Let's not ruffle any feathers here. Just give them a second to collect their things, and I'll give the man a bit of something for his trouble. It seems they might be a bit hungry.
When Pavel gets there, he starts scooping up potatoes.
I love it.
Oh dear. I'm just gonna go and stop Pavel, though. Hold my book for me, would you? Please.
Sorry, what did you ask me to do? You're stopping Pavel?
Yeah, I'm stopping Pavel, and I just asked you to hold the book that I just bought.
Holding her book.
Okay.
I'll go to Pavel, and Pavel, maybe you shouldn't be collecting these. It seems to be that man's.
Oh, yes. And I get up and I put some down, but there's still some lumps in my clothes.
I'll ignore.
Yes, sorry.
No, it's totally fine, Pavel. Go on your way, and I'll push him gently away. I'll take. What would I deem is this amount of potatoes? How much?
A full cart was just brimming of barrels of potatoes, which have all been knocked over. So hundreds of potatoes are now in the area.
Oh, that many?
Yeah, people are swarming.
Oh, geez, I'll try and help collect it for him. Oh my god, I didn't know there were that many. I thought it was just a little.
Yeah.
How are the thugs reacting to my friends getting in there? Are they letting us get into the potatoes, just not the original guy?
Yeah, just not the original guy. Yeah.
Okay. I'll collect some of the potatoes and I'll try and put it back for the guy.
Okay. All right. I guess make a athletics check or acrobatics check. Well, not really acrobatics. Athletics check to see how fast you dash potatoes.
Potato grabbing.
Yes.
9 potato grabs.
Yeah, you're able to get a sack full of potatoes. Is anyone else doing anything?
I hand it to the man.
I am very unhappy that these thugs are bullying him. Do they have anything shiny on them?
Ooh, make a perception check.
As I hand the potatoes, I'll slide a gold piece to him and just give him a very "I'm sorry" type of look.
Yes, Tamila, you don't notice something shiny, but you do notice what appears to be pretty full coin pouches on their hips.
Oh,
Get
it, Ranger!
Get it! Going for it. I am not very good at sleight of hand, but But yeah, I'd like to sneak up.
Mhm.
If I can I try to like stealth first, and if I roll okay with that, could I like have maybe like advantage on the sleight of
Sure.
hand ticket or something?
Can I
Yeah.
be distracting them because I'm so pretty?
How would you like to
Give her
describe them? You can't just be
advantage.
pretty.
I'd like to have them make it very pointed that I'm collecting it, but then I'm giving it to the man. And like I'm trying to catch their eye. Like I'm making it a point that I'm helping
Gotcha.
him.
Alright, so we'll do stealth with advantage, and then sleight of hand with advantage if stealth goes well.
Awesome.
Yeah,
3,
there you go. So advantage on sleight of hand.
13.
Alright, you're able to catch one coin purse before you think about getting the other one, but then you second guess yourself and back out.
Okay. Did I get enough to cover the cost of the potatoes? It
Yeah,
has to be like 100
you,
gold or something.
Yeah, you look in the coin purse. These slugs aren't fully like super flush, but there's about 15 gold in there.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
Well, I'm gonna just hang out until things cool off. I'm gonna transfer the gold out of his purse, and I'm gonna toss the purse. But but I'm gonna hold on to the gold.
Pavel, you were stopped from grabbing potatoes. Were you gonna do anything else?
So Pavel just sort of like takes a few step backs and then like watches everything, and then he pulls like a potato out of his clothes and he like starts to wipe it off. And he just takes a bite out of it.
Yeah, I definitely let him get away with the potatoes. Like some of the potatoes. I
Right.
saw lumps.
Yes.
I
Awesome.
chose to ignore the lumps.
I'd like to think that at this point, I've come back and I've just seen him take a
Yes.
bite of a potato, and just in my notes, I just pull back out under things Boulder Gates don't have: potatoes.
Yes. Yes, absolutely.
Eating a raw potato.
I
That's
raise the
hardcore.
potato up to Ben and like cheers, and like with just like through a full mouth, I'm like, right one.
I mean, I normally cook those before I eat them, but I got corn.
Oh, and then like I hold out like a hand for corn.
Oh no! I'll take it with me. Thanks though. I see you met the potato man, whose name I definitely know.
Yes, one second. As you were talking, you noticed a swarm of people as smiling and happy with sacks and barrels of potatoes. They walk away from the now empty cart minus the one bag that was saved. And you walk up to Henry McKinnon. That's who you remember, Vin?
Yep. Oh, you met Henry. I mean, he's a nice enough guy. He's a bit of a sad sack, if I'm honest. Pardon the pun. Haha. But anywho, yeah. I'm sure he appreciates the business.
The man, Eudora, looks very thankful to you, and he slowly leans down and picks up a broken sign, which he now throws into his cart, and you read it says, "Free potato, one per person."
No.
There's an attempt at a drawing of a potato, which also could have been a turd or a rock.
Definitely curd.
I'm gonna slip the gold into his cart under his sign, so we'll find it later.
Aw,
Whatever I took from the thug.
yeah. And he thanks you, Eudora, and just like, these people are desperate, I suppose. You were very
Yes,
kind.
sometimes. I sure hope that goes a little bit of ways to just saying thank you for all that you've done. I know harvesting is quite a hard day's work every day for however long you've been doing this, so thank you.
Thank you. Yes, my farm has been successful, and I thought I would help the refugees, but I don't. Maybe next time I should bring some of my farm hands.
Well, I wish you a wonderful next season of crops.
Thank you. Mistra will grace me with her presence, I believe.
Of course, she blesses us all.
course. Thank you, my dear. Please, would you like a potato?
Oh, she'll like go to decline a little bit, and then she'll catch Pavel out of her corner of her eye. Oh, sure. Thank you so much for this. She'll
He looks around and finds
kindly
like the
accept.
best looking potato and gives it to you.
Oh. Thank you so much. Thank you kindly.
Oh, you're such a sweet young thing. You have a bright future, I can tell.
She like holds in a little bit of a tear. Thank you so much, sir. I hope you have a blessed day.
You as well. And he gets back in his cart and starts riding away.
Man, that man is so lovely. You said he's a sad sack? He seems to be so wonderful, though.
Yeah, I mean, he just gives out free potatoes all the time and expects to make money from it. And in a kind of place that kind of thrives on a little bit of profit, you know, he kind of tends to be a little bit of a sad sack. But, you know, he's a nice enough guy once you get to know him.
I see.
He's always
Oh,
just
here you
crying
go.
about his potatoes all the time. He's just like, my potatoes, you know. You know it is.
Yes, he is. A good call
That
out.
was a good
It's
impression.
It's almost like his catchphrase or something. I don't know.
Yep, maybe. All right, great. Anything else you all want to do here?
I was going to say, I have some shopping, but if someone else wants to go, they can.
I bought a sack. Just FYI.
There you go. You got it now.
I'll give,
Oh, and I'll
give
I'll
Eudora
get my
back her book. too.
yeah, I'll get my book and start reading.
Pavel, you hear rumors that there's some sort of bard in town that's like some sort of researcher.
That's cool.
They see you with your books and they think you'd be interested.
I'll sort of like go to the group and I'll just chomp on a potato and
Oh.
there's a researcher here. What's there to? Are they? Is it the big rock?
And then you notice that they told you about the researcher. The researchers that just recently moved or kind of showed up.
I would go over to Pavel at that point. But yeah, apparently there are a bunch of rhyming people like you. I don't know too much about it. They showed up fairly soon, recently.
Does anyone? I want to go check that out. Anyone with me?
Sure, I'll walk with you.
Yeah, Eudora trails behind ever so slightly with her nose in the book, reading.
I'll sort of make my way up toward the Rhineman.
You all still there?
I'm still here, yeah.
Oops, I was muted. Sorry. Yeah, you can put yourself on the. Oh, let me put you back over here. All right. And then they are on the right side. There, where Vin's at. Over here.
I'm kind of just following behind Pavel.
Is that Volo?
It is Volo. You see. Did I put it alphabeticalized? Yes. You see this lovely man furiously scribing something down in a book.
Oh man. I'm just gonna make my way over to them and like have a look around.
You see,
hi.
he's there with several other researchers, all with a little piece of the meteorite and taking a lot of notes and theorizing. And they're theorizing now, like, where did this come from? You notice the impact as if it came from the sky, but how could a red rock come from the sky? The stars aren't red. What could this mean? Was this some sort of thing from the gods? Was this some sort of wizard spell gone awry? I don't know. But I'm gonna write about it, that's for sure. Oh, hello there. Are you here to study as well? He says to you.
I'm looking at Pavel.
Oh, I'm muted. Sorry. So Volo, God, I'm just flustered.
Yeah.
So Pavel comes up and is just like, so you're just getting started then? Have you discovered anything? What are you writing about?
I've been here a 10 day, and I've discovered mostly that it's a rock, but it glows. Look at it. Magic rock, I think. Elminster would love to see this.
Have you gotten to examine it, or just at a distance observations?
Well, we were told by Alim over there that it is very dangerous, and only master craftsmen should deal with it. So we are merely supposed to observe. But notice the crater and the circular impacts as if it fell from a great distance.
Indeed.
Quite interesting.
Do you think it really is dangerous? Or maybe they're just saying that to, keep it to themselves.
Could be. Draw in travelers. Whoa, quite the marketing pitch. It's worked. Look around. You look quite learned. Have you read any of my notable works? Oh, I'm Volo. Volo Thamkadam. You are?
You're Volo Thap?
Yes.
You're the Volo Thap. The
you've
Volo's
heard
guide
me.
to the north, Volo's guide to rhyming incantations, Volo's guide to the vast, Volo's guide to the west gate. You're Volo Thap?
Ah, yes, I love those works. Wonderful, wonderful.
Oh my gosh. I can't believe I'm really meeting you. And I start going through. I go into my satchel and I go digging through and I pull out like a piece of paper that has some splotches on it, and I say, I need your autograph, please, please.
For a true fan, I can do one better. And he digs through his pack, and he finds, let me see here. Hang on. Let's see. He gives you an edition of Volo's Guide to the Sword Coast, which has notes between him and Elminster in it that are things like, this is ridiculous, none of this is true, why are you writing this? Is it supposed to be informative, or is this supposed to be a poem? What is going on here? Where's your narrative structure? And Volo's just like, have some fun, man. But yes, he autographs it and hands it over to you.
I take it. I'm so happy. Thank you.
Truly an honor to meet a true fan. Too many people are just not interested in books anymore.
Oh, I couldn't agree more. Books are amazing, and you are the most prolific writer of your age.
Sit here, Spell. I want to hear your story.
I'm sorry, one more time?
Sit here, Spell. I want to hear your story.
Okay, yeah, I'll sort of sit down with it.
He'll pour a couple ales from a cask that he has. And if you all want to join, he'll invite you all. And he just wants to hear like what you all are, where you're from, what you're doing, anything cool that you've seen. Feel free to tell him anything.
I mean, sorry, I don't need to hog this encounter. Go ahead.
Have you heard what's happened to Elturel?
I've heard there's tons of refugees, but nobody can tell me why.
Not sure we want to like go through the whole like thing, but I think we'd like recant the story to him as descriptively as possible.
I'm sitting here studying a rock and a city just disappeared? Oh my goodness, I have to get over there. Well, I'll finish your story. After this round, I'm heading off to Elturel, or where it once was. I must confirm this.
If you're leaving, what are you going to do with that meteorite fragment?
Oh, Alim won't let us leave with it. I'll have to come back, but the rock's not going anywhere.
Okay. I want to show him the spine from the devil, or the head, if that's what if we kept with the spine devil, and ask what he knows about demons and devils and things of that nature.
Yes. There's... In my book on monsters, I wrote a little bit about devils. And let me say, nasty creatures. All of them. But some of them, quite sexy. I could tell you a long story about an affair that I had with a succubus, but I suppose that wouldn't be appropriate. But anyways, so devils, they are very about their contracts, about souls, and about power. That's the basics of all devils. There's a very structured hierarchy to devils. They all report to somebody, and all of them eventually report to Asmodeus.
Asmodeus. And this thing that we fought and were describing, you think it is a devil?
Yes, it is a devil. The spine devil. Not quite very high on the devil ranks. Count your luck.
Does anyone else have any questions for Volo? You're a fount of information. We're very lucky to come across you.
Oh, yes. Well, this is the magical place, and you will find me in many magical places, for I am the lead researcher on all of Earth.
Indeed. Well, you have my thanks. I'm going to take my
Of course.
spike back.
I love a good story, and you have all paid me with a great story indeed. I shall include you in my story of the Lost City.
Something kind of sad about that, and Tamila just kind of smiles and maybe kind of turns away.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I know this was your home. Perhaps in my research I can find a way to restore it.
I think that is a noble cause.
And what shall you do?
For now, we go to Baldur's Gate.
Plenty of opportunity in Baldur's Gate.
Indeed. I look at Tamila doesn't like being the one talking so much. She's kind of looking at Pavel and Eudora a little bit of like.
Eudora just looks at Pavel.
Pavel just looks at Volo.
All right then. What a wonderful conversation, but I ought to get packing. And please enjoy your book.
Can Volo, is the meteor safe for me to touch? Can I look at it?
No, do not touch. Alim will come over here and beat you. That's what he told me anyways. I don't think he liked me much.
Is that the greatest danger?
Well, the one that I most believe in.
What, the guy coming over and beating you?
Oh yes, that is for certain. You could tell by the look of his face.
Maybe we could just go ask for one for ourselves?
Yes, if you would like some meteorite samples, he is the one to talk to.
Okay. I think I'm gonna go do that. You need anything of us, Volo?
No, not at all. I know my way to Elturel quite fine. Thank you, and safe travels.
You
As
as well.
the two of them kind of leave, Eudora pointedly kind of stays behind, and if any of the two look back, she'll just motion them to go on. Oh, go on, don't worry. I just have a quick question for him. Under a little bit more stealthily, I'll just kind of ask him, so sorry to bother you, Mr. Volo, but you claimed yourself to be very knowledgeable of all things here on this plane. I was just wondering, what do you know about resurrections, revivals,
Oh,
dead
yes.
people coming alive?
Very powerful spell. Many clerics and paladins and holy people and unholy people are able to cast such a spell. It's also been known to be put on scrolls for the rich. I've even known rich people wear diamonds so that they can be resurrected cheaply by clerics.
How does that work and all this magic stuff?
Well, only the gods and the devils have ownership of souls. You yourself have no ownership of such a soul. Even though it is your own soul, you have the right to sell your soul if you choose to a devil. But if you are good, then you go to your god. If you are evil, then perhaps you should seek out a pact with the devil. Or a better life after hell. Anyways, resurrection, it's a powerful cleric spell, and it does require usually very expensive ingredients. Only the rich usually have such luxuries.
Now, I hear a lot about clerics and the gods and all that, but what happens when someone can do all this magic stuff without having a god? What?
Oh yes, there's quite a
Are
few
there
natural
circumstances?
spellcasters called sorcerers. Have you known some?
Oh no, me no. I just heard stories recently and I was just wanting to gain some clarification.
Oh yes, these folks they don't have to go to the libraries or the colleges to learn their magics. They were born with it, as if a gift from Mistra herself.
All right. Thank you so much for that information. I hope you have wonderful luck in all of your research and your studies.
Oh, thank you. I don't need luck though, I'm very skilled.
Of course, of course. Well, have a good day.
You as well, my dear.
She'll turn back around. Oh my god, I'm a sorcerer. She'll join the others.
Do we see Pavel as we walk over to him? Or not Pavel, Vin. Do we see Vin?
Yeah, Vin, are you joining them?
Vin has been walking around looking for cooking supplies. I think as he sees them leaving and Volo's about to leave, he's gonna say, "Oh, hi! I think here, hold this," and holds out the stick to Volo.
Volo grabs it, looks very confused for a second, but there is no glow.
Okay, I'm like, no, and then I walk away.
He's had quite a few strange encounters that would not make him pure of heart.
That's fair enough.
Mhm.
You gotta check.
Yeah. All right. And you see
gonna
everyone
check the spy
approaching
devil
Alim.
Just in case.
So here's this badass you guys are approaching.
Oh damn. Boy, thick.
Yeah. He has been working the blacksmith anvil his entire life. His father was an Ezer, and he is an Ezer. His father escaped the fire plane. Only Vin would know kind of his backstory here. And was able to fell in love with a dwarf here and had a limb. And they discovered this and kind of set up the whole Hammer of Heaven establishment from years and years ago. But his father is missing and his mother has died.
I'll kind of wait for Vin to like catch up with us a little bit,
Then we'll catch up slowly over time.
and
Yes.
I'll say, "Hail, Alim."
Welcome, traveler.
Thank you.
Are you a craftsman?
Only small things for my trade, but nothing as grand and skilled as you clearly have.
Ah, yes. He points to his tent where he has multiple different hammers and shields and swords, all looking with like a red glow to them, that are just these beautiful, beautiful workmanship. Yes, I've had many years to hone my craft. Then what brings you then to the Hammer of Heaven? Do you seek opportunity?
More curiosity, but if there is opportunity to be had,
Not much, unless you wish to hone a craft, or you wish to do research such as those.
I was curious about the meteorite and its properties. Why do they say it is dangerous?
Oh, I only told him that because he's a fool.
Yeah, I mean, the real reason is it makes you grow hair on your palms, right?
He laughs with you. Yes, Vin, of course. And he winks.
I see.
Vin, is this your friend?
Yes, ranging from friends to acquaintances, somewhere in this group. Yep.
Ah, lovely to meet you all then. A friend of Vin's is a friend of mine. What can I do for you?
I'm just curious about the metal. It is
Ah, yes.
Is
Nobody
it
knows
better
its
for
origin. Yes, it is. It has a magical property to it. One that imbues it with. It makes it magical, of course, but it also makes the weapon stronger to last lifetimes. Dwarven lifetimes, at least. It's unknown how long it would last because it's only been here for 100 years.
what do you call it? This ore.
Well, we call it the Hammer of Heaven, and thus we named the place around it. We're not very creative in words, just in our craft.
Seem if you discovered an ore, you should name it, but perhaps one will come eventually.
Yeah, that's what the researchers are for. They can discover its past. I will just simply discover how to handle it and work it.
I noticed an odd request, but are there any small scraps of it that are no use to you that I might see and handle?
Yes, but it can be quite costly, as we have a limited supply. He goes into his tent, which he's, I guess, fireproofed from the inside because he has this fiery hair. And he grabs out just a small necklace that has the meteorite dangling from it. And he says, yes, this necklace we can sell for 10 gold.
Will you allow me to hold it to see?
Yes, I will. And he
I
dangles it
don't
in
have
front of
10
you.
gold, so I just want to look at it. Is it hot? Is it
Yes, when it lands in your
indestructible,
hand, it feels very hot. It glows. It feels almost like a hot coal at first, and you almost drop it from the shock. But then it warms to your hand. It feels almost like one of those hot hand. I don't know what they call them. I guess it's called a hot hands, right? The little packets. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Feels kind of like one of those. And then you do notice that it is quite sharp, and it could be used quite well for an arrowhead, in your opinion.
most impressive? I thank you for saving my curiosity. Unfortunately, with all the chaos, I do not have any gold to spare today.
Understood.
I should like to come back later and get it from you.
Of course.
Sometime in the future.
You are welcome here. All travelers are welcome, but unfortunately we do not have the accommodations for longer stays, unless you plan to work the grounds, such as Vin.
I haven't been here in a while. I mean, I've been mostly gone for like two-ish years now. So,
A drop in the pail of life.
I think we see life very differently, but, you know.
Ah, yes, you silly humans. You look great, Vin. Have you found the owner yet?
No. It's apparently a glowing thing, but I tried with Volo. He said no. No Volo either.
Yes.
Oh well, you know, one of these days.
Whoever you had intended, the pure of heart, the strongest, the bravest, when you crafted it, you had an intention in place. It's up to you to discover what that intention was and to find the right person for it.
See, that's a lot more eloquent than what Woodscrap had said.
Well, I love Woodscrap, but she is limited in her vocabulary.
That's fair. We really like. If anyone wants to work on their dictation craft ever here, like maybe like narrating the dictionary to Woodcraft would be helpful.
Wonderful idea. Splendid. I will search for such craftsmen in our next travelers.
Actually, but let's maybe if that Volo guy comes back, let's make him do that. I bet he'd probably buy it, right?
Oh, yes, he certainly loves to talk. You know, he tried to seduce Woodscrap. Ridiculous. She's a family woman.
Exactly.
Anyways.
It's just her and her 2 children, whose names are whose names are Water Drop and Bucket and Screw Being Tightened.
I'm gonna have to take detailed notes with the recording.
I really like the Screw Being Titan name.
Yes.
That's a really good name.
And as long as she doesn't name one nails on a chalkboard.
Oof.
Oh boy, you'd hear it for a while.
Oh yes.
Have you learned, like, what's the key? Have you learned how to, like, do the sound, like, their actual sound name right? I keep doing it, they just keep laughing.
Sometimes I bring the materials.
Oh, that does help. I should have done that next time.
Mm-hmm. But other times I just look them in the eye and just start talking to them and pretend they don't have a name because it's so hard. How are you doing? Have you been successful in your travels?
I mean,
have you learned?
Somewhat. I died, and then I wasn't dead. I'm still not sure about that. And then, you know, Elturel thing happened, and then I'm here. Yeah, that's about it.
Okay. Well,
how have you been?
I wish you the best of luck. I've been good, manning this anvil for the past 18 years. It's taken a toll on me. I miss my family. One day, do you ever seek your own family?
Not really. I don't know. I feel like if they wanted to seek me, they would have sought me.
This is true.
Or something like that.
You will always have a home here.
I know. I appreciate that.
If you ever hear word of Azaz, my father, let me know.
Will do. Yeah, we're heading to Baldur's Gate, so yeah, if we hear of him there, I'll let you know. But
yes, we last heard of him at a town outside of Baldur's Gate about 18 years ago.
Well, that's interesting. All right, I'll keep that in mind.
Thank you.
In the meantime, I think I need to buy a tent. Otherwise, I'm going to be sleeping outside, and you know.
Yes, tents are very
helpful. Might as well get a tent. Yep.
At least you don't need to worry about burn-proofing them. It's quite difficult.
That is very true. But you know, having access to a lot of material that is particularly hard to burn does help. I look at the craters of meteor around.
Yeah. This is true. And this is why I am the one that controls the meteors.
Mhm.
Well, anyways, safe travels. You and your refugees may stay the day, or feel free to travel on.
Yeah, I think we probably should stop and let the horses rest for a little bit, and then take off in the morning. Does that work for everybody else?
That's good to me.
And no objections. Check in with Dar and the caravan. Are we staying with the caravan?
Yeah, I guess.
I'd like to stay, at least personally, just to make sure that our friends are not making any trouble.
Who's watching them right now?
Oh, they're just tied up.
Okay.
I checked for my keys, actually. Do I have my keys?
Yes, you still have your keys.
Okay. Eudora panics for a little bit and pats her pockets from her medical key. Oh, good. Yes, I still have my keys. They should still be locked up. Actually, I'm getting a little bit nervous. I'm gonna. Very nice meeting you, good sir. I need to go check on some people. I'll meet y'all at the caravan. And Eudora quickly rushes off to nervously check if they're still there.
Absolutely. Anything anyone else wants to do here at the Hammer of Heaven?
I'm not asking out loud, but I do want from my notes. What was the name of his father and what was the town he was last seen in?
Azaz was last seen in a small town outside of Baldur's Gate. He doesn't know the name of the town. 18 years ago.
So he told us all of this? His backstory?
Yeah.
Wow, so open.
I mean, if not, Vin
He
would
was
have shared
talking
it
to Vin
afterwards.
and asking Vin to
Oh.
find if he hears tell of Azaz on his travels
Okay.
to let him know, since he must stay at the Anvil.
I'm gonna buy a couple things. I want to buy a tent, the iron pot. Let's see, iron pot, tent, and I think there's one other thing I was gonna buy. I had the money. Oh, signal whistle. I was gonna buy.
Nice. Very good. And you do, as long as you have the gold.
Oh yeah. I'm actually gonna probably buy a signal whistle, one for each of us. If I'm nearby Vin when I see him pick one up, I'm like, that's a good idea. I'll hand one to Eudora and to Pavel.
Oh, I already have one actually. And I sort of reach out into the air and I make a plucking motion with my hand, and in my hand is a signal whistle and it's glowing.
That's cool.
Yeah,
We have an mixture then.
I just figured out how to do this.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know where it comes from. I'm gonna give it back, but
Wait,
this good?
did you have to say anything that rhymed to make it appear?
No, I just plucked it. It's not a spell. It's just grab it.
Grab it from nothing?
It's not from nothing. It's from somewhere. You have to get it. You just grab it.
What exactly did I see happen? Did it appear to come from nothing?
This is what happened.
Okay, sorry.
There you go.
How can you be so sure that it didn't come from nothing?
Oh, I mean, because fabricating something from nothing is much more difficult than grabbing something out of nowhere. I would have to say words to fabricate something from nothing.
What's it sound like?
I take it and I blow it really, really as loud as I can. I think it's just a normal signal whistle.
Mm-hmm. Yep. The same as your other signal whistles, except it glows.
I'll take note of it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess it's the same. It doesn't matter, but
Yeah.
I know what Pavel's signal whistle sounds like.
Mm-hmm. Amazing. Okay.
And I will give the other one to Eudora, though.
Great.
You'll have to go to the caravan though, because I'm not with you guys.
I will go back to the caravan and give one to Eudora. What has Reya been
Thanks.
doing? And was she? Did she not help us during the night with the watch?
Yeah, you guys didn't ask her to, so she slept like a baby. She
Could have
woke
been
up.
helping the,
Yeah, she could have been. Yeah.
with the people in front or behind us. They were like having a hard time. I feel bad. I was feeling bad about us not helping them.
She needed a long rest too. She was very hurt. But yes,
Very hurt.
Sorry, no,
Yeah.
no judgment. No judgment.
she did some shopping at Tent City. Made sure you guys have enough supplies for the trip ahead. She bought herself a couple tents and some bedrolls and some rations to make sure that she was good to go. And that everyone in the group has at least a bedroll and rations for the 10-day trip.
Yeah, I'll give Eudora her signal whistle. Are her captives still there?
Yeah.
Yes, they are still there.
Great.
Yeah, Vasha assigned a couple people to watch them, noticing that you guys left them behind and not wanting them to kill any refugees. She took charge and assigned a few people to watch them while on shifts while other people shopped the city.
And I noticed.
Yeah, good.
Oh, go ahead.
That was it. Yeah.
I was just gonna say, I noticed Vasha was up when I was up, and did she get a rest? Does she look really tired?
Yeah, she ended up getting a rest, and Dara started taking over. So she's sleeping now with Segrin, who appears to be healing a bit from his wound and just kind of keeping an eye on Vasha while she sleeps.
Okay, good.
Well, he's blind, but keeping like an ear out, and is protecting her.
Mhm. After I check to make sure the prisoners are still there, I'd like to work on. So I bought a sack. I'd like to work on transferring and cleaning my bag. So
Nice.
putting the skull in the sack and in the backpack.
Mhm.
After I've cleaned the backpack.
Yes. This takes you a couple hours, but absolutely, we're now feel very clean.
I'm also gonna check my backpack for holes because I seem to be missing some things.
You don't find any holes.
All right, I take note of that.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I just want to make sure. Did we take any part of the Spine Devil to take with us back to Baldur's Gate as like proof of what the cultists were doing, other than the spines that I got? Did we take its head?
I believe yes. I remember you wanting to cut off its head, so I think you did. I think Eudora helped you remove it.
I think so.
I might
Maybe try
go
to get
buy-
as much as possible.
Mm-hmm.
I might go buy a sack for that. Yep,
Okay.
I'm gonna go spend 2 copper pieces on a sack to put the Spine Devil head in.
There you go. Very good. It's much less creepy for everyone else around.
And
Not the
I'm
huge.
I'm not gonna carry it though. I'm just gonna like stash it on the cart.
Okay. All right. I think now is a good time for a break, so we can be back at the 30-minute mark.
Sounds good.
Cool.
Alrighty. See you soon.
See ya.
night.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty.
I think it's ominous that the calendar kind of stops after the winter solstice.
Well, that's the new year. That's the rest of this year.
Mhm.
You'll get another one for 1493 if you survive. Okie dokes. So how long would you like to stay here for? It's probably about, you did your shopping and you're talking, probably about like 3 in the afternoon ish.
I think we'd probably talk to Dara about when the caravan set out to leave and would probably adjust our schedule based on that. So we can leave with them.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, alright.
I don't have any need to stay for long.
Yeah, I think
I
they
think
would
we-
stay for like 4-ish hours and leave at 7.
Mhm.
Well, I guess at 4-ish hours. You arrived around noon, so you would probably leave around in 1 hour at 4.
Sure.
If you
Mhm.
guys want, unless you
Yeah,
want to stay
yeah.
the night, which they have the opportunity to stay the night, if you want to fight for that. But
Thank you,
I don't
Doris,
have
and-
much of a preference on leaving in the morning versus leaving tonight. I
okay,
think it's kind of just what everybody else wants to do.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Yeah, I think Eudora wants to go just so that we can report this to Baldur's Gate as soon as possible.
okay,
That would be her 2 cents. But if we're concerned about like getting ambushed or anything at night,
yeah.
you know, she'll
Mhm.
refer to the group.
Mhm.
I would also say if it seems like we've been, I don't know what time we left Elturel, but if we've been traveling for like a day straight, like with
Mhm.
animals and people who haven't been able to like solidly rest, it might
Mhm.
do us good to try to get on a schedule of like
Yeah,
traveling during the day as much as possible and then staying in one
Mhm.
place at night.
sure. So
But-
then,
So
If
it's
you-
4:00.
yeah, Dara says they can leave at first light instead and let everyone have a nice rest.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I'm
Okay.
on board with that.
Great.
Are there any
Alright.
more like stops between here and Baldur's Gate? Any more outposts or? places
Mostly
with other
just
people?
camping. The Fort Morning Lord, which is a fort that Elturel stood up to kind of watch over the fields of the dead, was long ago abandoned because it was lost in like a battle with orcs and destroyed pretty much. And some say now it's haunted, so travelers don't go there. So you plan to take this road, the main road to Baldur's Gate, which is pretty well patrolled between Baldur's Gate and Hellriders, although the Hellriders are in chaos right now. Baldur's Gate tends to patrol it pretty well, so you'll probably just camp along the road.
On that note, are we like abandoning our post as Hellriders? Was there something that we should have like? I don't know. Do we know of any kind of like system or
Mm-hmm.
individual that we were meaning to be reporting to right now?
Reya's the highest ranking person around. Until you find someone higher ranking, then you would report to them. But right now it's just Reya, and she says we should get everyone to Baldur's Gate safely is our top priority.
Okay, sorry. That's good. Makes me feel a lot better about that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, cool.
And then, what do we know
I
about
need
the
to roll
Fields of the Dead?
something.
Are there actual dead in the Fields of the Dead that we're going to be traveling through?
Once upon a time, there was actual undead in the Fields of Dead, and goblins and orcs and things like that. But they've been heavily patrolled out, and now it's a farming. It's just lots of farms are in this area. Yep. Okay, let's see. Just double checking what that roll leads to. It's your day luck roll, essentially. Okay, great. All right. Did you want to? So it's first on. The caravan begins moving. Is there anything you would like to do during this day of travel?
Hey, Vin.
Yeah.
That Alim guy, he said some stuff about like your stick.
Yeah.
What is it a special stick? What is it?
Yeah. Special stick. I don't know exactly what. It's a special stick. It's not for you, apparently. So
Right.
there's that.
I mean, I understand that, but like, did you make the stick?
Oh yeah, I made it a while ago, a couple years ago, I think. No. Anyway.
Like, I have to understand. Like, how do you make a stick?
Well.
Like, did you go from like a whole tree, or did you like pick up like something off the ground?
No, I'm gonna be honest. I made a lot of these in the past. Like, I don't know how your rhymey thing works. It seems to be kind of just some hand movements followed by a series of words. But for craftsmanship, it's just kind of doing a lot of the same thing over and over again and picking out the things you need to do better. So I made a bunch of these, and then one day I made this one. I pulled one out of my bag that, like, I have two on the back of my bag. Realistically, probably with your untrained eye, they look exactly the same. They just look like quarterstaffs. Maybe one slightly more used. That's it. It's like, yeah. And then I made this one, and then wood scrap said this one was special, and yeah, said someone was supposed to get this. Didn't really give me a lot of specifications. Got a little bit more today, honestly. But I went to Elturel and I started doing some crafting there, and then I came back here. And then
so you didn't do anything special or different from this one. It just
not that I can remember, at least.
I mean, I know that it's not meant for me, but I could maybe examine it. Try to figure out what it is.
No? I'd rather if you didn't.
You can see his one of his eyebrows just quivers as you deny it.
I just told you like the equivalent of just a fuck you, like the idea of oh no, you can't have this knowledge.
Very good. Quite so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I mean, the right person will come along eventually, and that'll be it.
Mm-hmm. Great conversation. Anything else anyone else wants to do? All right.
Actually, I might talk to Vin as well.
Yeah.
I'll make sure that we're in private, or at least as private as possible, or lower my voice. Vin, I heard that there was mention about you not knowing who your parents were, and I just want to say I'm so sorry about that, and they are truly missing out on someone great. I just don't let that get in your head, okay?
Why are we whispering about this? I don't
know if you don't feel comfortable about what was said.
I mean, I'm not going to. I mean, if I don't, I'm comfortable with it. Like it's my life. Are you not comfortable with it?
I'm just trying to be sensitive. I know.
Oh, okay. Why are we still whispering about this then? If you're trying to be sensitive about something, I don't really care too much about it. I had a lot of great people help raise me, and that's it.
Oh, that's so sweet. Well, just know if you ever need or want to talk about anything, I'm here for you, okay?
I appreciate that, I guess. Looks around a little confused.
She'll look a little sad, but also happy. And she'll just kind of nod and smile. Say, okay, well, I just want to check in on you. That's it.
Okay.
Sorry for...
Thank you, I guess.
Yeah. and she'll like go back to what she's been doing, which is probably just like muttering, trying to repeat what Pavel's been doing in terms of the spell casting, and also moments of like pause and reflection of, damn, I'm a sorcerer kind of thing. And obviously, keeping an eye out with everyone else.
How loudly are you mimicking Pavel?
Oh, I'm trying to keep it quiet. I can roll a stealth.
Make it
if you
stealth,
want.
yeah.
Yeah.
An 8.
Would this be armor?
No,
Is this
it's not reliant on your movement. I think just your voice, right? So yeah, we can take the 20 then. So you're better than the passive perception of anyone in the group. All right, great.
Tamila wants to go talk to Vin.
Yes, good.
She's gonna go over to him and say, "Everyone else gets to talk to you. I'm feeling left out." You there, Adam? You're muted.
Oh no! Did we lose Adam?
No, sorry. I was.
Oh, there we are.
I took one step away to turn on a light in my room, and that's happened.
Not allowed.
Yeah,
Not
I
allowed,
know.
yeah.
Sorry about that. What did I miss there?
Oh no, just Tamila walked over to Vin and said, "Everyone else is talking to you. I feel left out."
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I told Pavel. He seemed pretty upset that I wouldn't let him look at my my special stick.
All right.
Okay.
Phrasing.
Yeah, phrasing.
Would you
Let's
prefer
go
I said my wooden rod? Like, what would you prefer?
Yes.
Well, Pavel's a curious one, I guess.
And
He'll get over it.
Eudora was really concerned about me not having parents for some reason. I still don't understand why on that one, but Do you?
Well, maybe she misses her parents. I don't know.
Oh, that's a fair idea. Wait, I didn't ask her if she missed her parents or something. Hey, by the way, I was meaning to talk to you anyway. Do you need me to like make you some the bases for your arrows at all? I don't have any wood on me right now, but I'm sure I can find some. Maybe when we get to Baldur's Gate, if they have wood. I could. Yeah,
I've been having fun. I'll show him the arrow I made out of the spine. This has been working as a really good core. I'm excited about it.
Yeah, that's nicely done. You did really nice work with the feathers. I point to the fins in the back.
Yeah. No, I mean, if you ever want to help me, though, you definitely can.
Yeah, I'm fine to. When like I said, we just need wood, and there's not unless we're chopping down trees. There's not a ton of it right now.
No, I guess not. You can, if you have any scraps, so you can make me a new pouch. I've been collecting some things for Pavel, and I don't have a place to put them.
I don't really do pouches. I mostly just do wood. And yeah, I guess I could make you a wooden bucket if you would like. Would you like a bucket?
Oh, like a long, skinny wood one that can kind of fit here under my belt and be hidden.
Sure. Yeah, I can try if that. I do need wood. I don't really have the materials right now, but when maybe I can maybe make you the long bucket that you want.
Sure.
As you're having this conversation, the caravan rolls to an unplanned stop. It's about in the mid-afternoon, and you hear some shouting ahead. And when you look in that direction, you see 2 dismembered heads on stakes, marking the intersection ahead.
Ooh.
Y'all think we need to go check to see what's going on up there?
Yeah, we should definitely take a look.
All right.
I'll stay behind though with the prisoners just in case.
Okay.
Don't call front.
I'm going to pluck a spyglass out of the air.
Oh, lovely.
And use
Good.
that to try to get a closer look at the head spikes.
Okay. Yes, I will show you what you're looking at here. So you see the 2 carts ahead of you filled with your friends that you know, the people you've met along the way. And yeah, you see these 2 head spikes here, which appear to have been recently made from what appears to be just average people. But they've been gored and dismembered, and their head is now bloody on a stake. You also see what appears to be a cart over in this direction through the trees.
I want to try to sneak up in the trees and maybe like hide as like we come up.
Make a stealth check.
Can I just take a look at our surroundings to
Should
see
not
if
be at
there's other?
advantage.
Mhm.
Just normal.
Okay. Perception check. Okay. Yeah, you don't see any movement or any immediate danger at the moment. Everything appears to be still.
I'll tell the prisoners, just like be quiet.
They roll their eyes and grunt acknowledgement. Vin, anything?
Yeah, I'll just start walking up along the road and just go up to those and just say, here, everyone just stay here for a little bit. I'm just gonna go look at it real quick. And I'll start
Okay.
walking just along the road here,
Mm-hmm.
making my way towards the cart.
All right. Let me pull up description here. So you see this intersection with a farm fence and a tall field of grass across the way. The cart has a dead horse and a dead, what looks like a guard of some sort, someone that has a chainmail armor on, and a bloody trail that leads into the trees.
All right, I don't know if anyone else is doing anything, but I'll just like kneel down beside the bloody trail and start looking off that direction, see if I can see anything in particular.
Yeah, make a perception.
Can I see Vin's gaze and try to follow it as I've been like kind of hiding in the trees?
Sure. You can also make a perception.
I'll start to make my way over to where Vin went.
Vin, you did have another long rest.
Oh, I did.
It's a new
Nice.
day. Yeah, so you can consider, I think your exhaustion would be gone at this point, or?
Yes, it would
There you
be.
go.
Yeah.
So that would have been the 18 then.
Yes.
Okay, great. Yes, you notice in the trail, there's something hidden in the leaves here.
Okay. Is it down low to the ground? Can I see, or is it appear
Yeah,
to be
it's
fairly
like
high?
you see, like the leaves are unnaturally moved here and have been like gathered on top of something.
Okay. I'll just if I see Pavel coming around as well, I'll just gesture to him, just like pointing this way, and I'll slowly just start making my way over to it.
I wanted to just take a look at the cart a little bit more, see what's going on with it. If there's any, evidence of what happened here, like, arrows or
Sure. Yeah, make an
anything
investigation
left behind.
check. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you see them. They're both clearly dead from slashing wounds, it appears.
Okay.
And it also appears that this blood trail doesn't quite make sense.
Guys, there's something wrong here. This trail is wrong.
Can I, try to determine if the leaves are a trap?
Make an investigation check.
Put my hand on Vin's shoulder and
Stop and wait.
It's might be a trap. But I don't know.
Yeah, you don't see any trap. You just see the leaves, but they're definitely clearly been moved here as if to hide something. But you think you would have to move the leaves to find more.
How about you two step back? I say and then I say, as none will follow my command, I'm fit to do it with my hand, and I cast Mage Hand to go ahead and start scooping up the leaves and moving them.
As your mage hand moves the leaves, let me think it's in the overlay here. Okay. A trap springs out. It's like a hunter's bear trap. Snaps close and right through the hand. And you hear behind you, "Ha-ha!" And you see movement in the tall grass over here as you notice several goblins are peeking out at you. Let me pull up the turn order, and we're gonna go ahead and roll initiative. I think you all are aware enough that it's not gonna be considered a surprise round. And no one was caught in the trap, which is great.
Mm-hmm.
Did I hear the trap go off?
Yeah, you heard a loud snap.
Mm-hmm.
And you heard some weird laughter from over here.
I think I would immediately recognize the laughter.
Mm-hmm. Alright, let's see if the roundy dude wants to do its thing. Nope, okay. Alright, so let's switch up the music. We're in combat. Tamila, you see these goblins readying their bows.
Okay. Tamila is going to draw her, take her bow and draw an arrow, and is going to. Let me do that. Going to target the one in the back, and she is going to cast a spell for the first time. So as she pulls it back, she's lately felt a connection to the nature around her, and it is going to manifest this time in Hail of Thorns, which I am concentrating on now. It takes effect the first time I hit someone while I'm concentrating. It'll do that extra 5 damage.
Okay, very cool.
So, that's my bonus action.
Gonna make a save. All right, great bonus action.
Only if I hit, which I did hit.
Oh,
but
wow.
Only if I hit.
Yes, but yeah, he failed his save too, so big damage.
Nice.
Yes. Your arrow gets him square in the eye, but he begins barking orders in Goblin. Do you guys know Goblin?
Ooh, do I? I don't think I do.
Not.
Okay.
Nope.
No.
Just
All
know
right.
orc.
Yeah.
I
You
know
can tell
Infernal
it's
twice for
very
some reason.
angry sounding words. Okay. And then, is that it for your turn? Are you moving?
She will move. She's gonna move up to the cart.
Okay, great. So you will consider it, at least half cover from the cart. Okay. The gobos are gonna go. Directing a few attacks at you. I did the wrong one. Oh, it's the same. All right. Let me pull up their sheet. I have a macro for this guy, but that's okay. Okay. All right. So, nat 20. Which on Tamila in retribution, I guess.
I know, right?
Yeah.
For 8 damage, as the bolt goes straight towards you.
Oh.
Or an arrow. So it is a short bow arrow. So you do gain an arrow.
Oh, nice. I will add that to my How's that back?
The next one's gonna try and target you. With 8, so that misses. Next one's gonna try and target you with a 19, but you have +2 AC.
19 would hit even with a +2.
Okay, alright, so that is going to do 6 slashing. Oh, I'm sorry, it's 6 piercing, because it's a short bow. Alright.
Yep.
Well, knocked out.
I'm not unconscious now.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought you said you were not dead.
No, sorry. I was just mumbling. It's fine. It's alright.
Alright.
Not dead yet.
Alright, good. One on Pavel though. That's a 20 to hit.
Yeah.
4 piercing damage.
Okay.
Alright, and one on Vin. 12 to hit.
That will miss.
Alright, let's get us into the forest. Oh, Pavel, what's your dex?
A dex is 14.
14. Alright, you go first.
Oh boy. Oh, sorry. I'm just figuring something out. I think I know what I want to do, but I just want to make sure. Yeah, I think it's a good idea.
Okay.
I'm going to cast sleep
Nice.
on the bunch of them.
Okay. Roll that hit points.
Yep. Oh, it's a good one.
Ooh, that is
That's
a good one. Okay. You catch him. And you catch that one. You catch that one. 14. And you catch that one.
Oh, that's wow.
That's
Yeah.
that's good.
Yeah.
Hill of Thorns. Bam. Okay. And then I am going to do the wizard special.
See done.
All right. He is asleep. Does he get hit by the thorns just by being there, or you have to hit him again?
No, Hail of Thorns just one time.
Oh, okay. Just one time. Okay, gotcha.
And I'm not concentrating more because I hit, so it's
Right.
Over.
Okay. All right. Ben, you're up.
All right. Is it take any extra movement to get over the fence at all?
Not for you.
Not for me.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's see. 10, 20,
Thank you.
30, and then I will get right up to that with 40, and I'll hit him with my stick.
All right.
Should not be a disadvantage, but it's still 14.
Okay. Did I still have his sheet up? One sec. That misses. He's quite agile.
Oh, all right. I will bonus action attempt to strike again.
Okay.
23.
That hits.
All right. For just another 6 bludgeoning damage as I kick it.
Yeah. No, that does a great amount of damage to him. You get him right in the balls, and he's keeled over. Looking quite angry at you.
Fair enough. Yeah, I think that's just gonna be my turn there.
All right, great. Eudora. Unfortunately, we're further back than the
Yeah,
group.
she'll just use her movement and then her action to double dash. To here, while she's running, she'll call out, "I heard goblins! Are y'all okay?" As she's like now kind of getting visual through the trees, I think, maybe.
Yeah, you do see at least the one awake one. The other ones are the 2 awake ones. The others are in tall grass, so they probably are pretty obscured at this point.
But I would have a path through the trees, right? That's my
Yes.
shortest.
Yeah, you can consider like this spot right here to be a trunk, but you can go through around it.
Right, that ends my turn.
Okay. And anyone can respond to Eudora as well. All right. Okay.
there's goblins, and I'm gonna fire again.
Okay. Same guy.
Hail of Thorns one more time.
Okay.
And going to shoot with her longbow.
Oof.
Her 9.
Yeah,
So Hail of Thorns
he's
is still I'm concentrating on it.
okay. Mark that. Yeah, unfortunately, it goes into the tall grass. Okay, we got 2
It's just
awake
goblin.
goblins. Yep. Oh, you're not moving or anything?
And no, I'm gonna stay
Okay.
where cover is.
Great. All right, one goblin's gonna try and slash at Vin with his scimitar after the balls attack. 14.
Misses.
All right, great. The other one is going to try and shoot Tamila. For an 8. So
8 misses.
unsuccessful, yes. Then he's going to move back to his boss. Okay. And he's asleep. Pavel.
Okay, I need to step forward, I think, to be in range. So just 5 feet, that puts me, yep. We'll make sure that's right. I think that's right. Boy. That is right. Okay, and I'm going to shout out to the goblin next to Vin. It won't be long before you're felled, so have a listen to this bell.
Nice. All right. So he
that
makes
wasn't
save.
a damage roll.
No.
Well, he
Yeah,
might
what's the
say.
save again?
It's DC 13 Wisdom.
Thank you. Oh, you rolled a 1.
Okay, there we go.
Nice. That's enough to take him out. Do you see after Vin has kicked him into the balls, he tries to slash out and fails, and then Pavel, if you would like that, any flair, but
Yeah, there's just this. I mean, can these sync up? Can we have like a sound effect of a bell ringing as
yes, we can get it
Vin kicks
added.
him in the ball?
Oh yes, lovely. Yes. Yeah.
Boom.
Big old brass balls on that goblin. But he is dead.
Man, brass balls, hard wooden rods.
What an
Man,
episode this
it's
is.
all there. It's all there.
All right,
Next
Ben,
week,
you watch.
long wooden bucket.
Your kick was much more effective than you expected.
I'm like, oh, okay. I'm gonna run around, get to this one here. Same thing. I will quarterstaff it. See if I can
Okay.
hit. 18.
Yes, that hits.
So that's 10.
Oh, that's enough.
Nice. I think
Any player?
I just run behind and just say, "Go to sleep," and I just smack it right on top of the head.
Yeah, and you kind of crush his skull as you do it. Like, oops.
Oops. What are you talking about? He's just sleeping. That's how sleep works, right?
Yeah. That's the monk sleep.
Yeah. I'll then look at Pavel, I guess, and be like, "Do I need to take care of the other ones too, or like, are they dead too?"
They about 50 seconds, give or take, and they'll be up.
Okay. I will. Yeah. I guess unarmed, I'll kick. I'll kick that goblin while it's already down on the ground.
Nice.
So this would be an advantage, I'm guessing.
Yes.
And it is incapacitated. I don't know if it's a crit or not. A 10 would miss though, I think. So
Yes, it would.
I go to the stump and I miss entirely.
It's difficult to find him. This grass is like 5 feet tall, so it's kind of hard to find stuff in it. All
Fair
right.
enough. But that will be my turn.
Great. All right, Eudora, you're a little closer now.
Eudora will continue running. She'll make it here and end her turn.
Amazing.
Oh, do you want me to do anything to hop over the fence?
No, it's only Tamila because of her little legs.
Oh.
Sorry, Tamila.
So she just hops over, and she just, I guess now she can see the goblins even though it's high grass.
Yes, you can see them.
Okay.
Yeah, it's easy
She
to
just
see where like the
looks
grass is
very
parted.
intense.
Yeah.
Yeah, she looks very intensely.
Yeah. Okay, that's round 3. Tamila.
So is it just difficult terrain for me to get over, or do I need to make a check to get over? Or?
Yeah, it depends on how you want to do it, like athletics or acrobatics to get over it.
Will
Or
it
you
use my
could do.
action to get over?
No. It says part of your movement, yeah.
Okay. What do I have better athletics
Otherwise,
or
it'll
acrobatics?
cost twice. Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's enough to get over. Yep. So you do a little, like, backflip over it.
So sorry, did that diminish my my movement at all?
No, because you succeeded on the check. You're good.
Okay, and then do I have an action?
Yes, and a bonus.
Okay, pulling out my short sword to go ahead and
Yes.
stab at him.
Go for it. What?
Nice.
Yay!
Auto crit either
Yeah.
way.
It wasn't out of either way, yeah.
You murderized this guy. Any flair you'd like to add?
Nope, just putting him down. Just
directly in the heart as he sleeps.
Painless, yeah. I am gonna let go of my concentration on my spell. It only applies to ranged attacks.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna let go of it.
Okay,
I
great.
guess there's no reason to let go of it. I might as well just hold on to it. But
Mhm.
anyways, that is her turn because there's nothing else in range for her to make an offhand attack with.
Okay. All right, Pavel.
Pavel like turns around to the Caravaneers and he throws his hands up and he takes a bow.
Makeba the bard starts clapping, along with the smiths. They're all clapping in the middle there.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna stay over here where I can not lose concentration if one of these guys wakes up.
Okay, great. Then.
Yeah, I guess I'll run up to this one. Take a smack with my quarterstaff at it.
All right. Dang your sleep.
Yeah.
Yep,
It's
that hits.
21. Okay. So that's 8 bludgeoning damage. He would wake up after that, I think.
That's enough to
an
kill
auto,
him.
Yeah, it's an auto
Oh, well.
crit as well. So,
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
It would have been
Yeah,
enough anyways because Tamila already crit on it at the beginning.
That is fair. I once again big smack over the head. Stay asleep. And I'm gonna run up to this one and I will kick down at it, hoping to hit it this time.
No.
Man, my kicks are not doing well against these goblins.
You skip leg day, Vin!
I'm all arms.
I'm riding your horse too much.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Eudora.
Eudora will move through her ally's space to come up here, and she will strike down as hard as she can with one of her horns, which misses, but she will go for...
Your advantage.
Oh, yes, it is
Oh,
advantage
that's right,
because he's
'cause they're-
prone.
yes.
He's prone.
Yeah.
Yes, I'll try again. 14?
Not enough, unfortunately.
So she'll try her offhand. Less so.
Oh, still
You
advantage
can
though.
see she is
Still advantage.
thieving. Oh,
One
that's
more.
okay, I'll try again.
Yay!
There we go.
All right.
Oh, that's almost enough.
It's a crit. It's a crit.
Oh, it's
Oh,
a
yeah,
crit.
it's true.
It is enough. Yes. We keep forgetting. Thank you, Pavel. So yeah, go ahead. How do you crit him?
I think she's just running up and interfering with her dominant right hand. She's swiping down, and I think she's going for the throat, but she's just short as she runs up, and so she'll take her offhand with her left, with her other horn, and she'll just strike down from the top of the head. And with the momentum, she will force the goblin to the ground, striking her entire horn through. And Vin, looking at Eudora, you can see she's like intensely staring like at the goblin, just like seething.
Amazing.
Oh,
Right.
actually, no. She'll use the rest of her movement to get up here, ready for the next one.
Great. All right, round 4. Tamila.
Tamila is just gonna walk over to last one. And she will
Are they supposed to be
short
making
sword.
saves on their sleep at all? I'm not.
No.
Okay,
No,
good. Just
Yeah,
checking.
I mean, they can be shaken
Alright.
awake, and if they take damage,
Right.
they wake up.
Okay, gotcha.
Short sword 12.
Miss.
You had advantage.
Yes,
Oh, you had
advantage.
advantage.
Yes, remember your
Right,
advantages and your crits. Okay,
21.
that hits. And roll
Is that a
another.
crit?
Oh, and that's enough, anyways. But yes. So
Okay.
this last one. How would you like to do it?
Again, just like painlessly, just like putting an
Mhm.
animal to sleep.
Yep. And he was sleeping, and then now he's the eternal sleep. All right, you've done it. You don't appear to see any other threats.
As we continue forward, Eudora will, regardless of seeing the goblin fall down, she will strike the one she was about to go to, and she'll try and strike, and she'll actually continue to strike until anyone stops her. But she's probably screaming at this point, actually. So she's screaming and she's like violently stabbing the goblin. She'll turn around once the goblin has been manged to this goblin as well, and she'll continue to strike.
Eudora, stop.
She keeps going, I think.
I'm giving her space. I'm not gonna try to touch someone that's doing
I was
that.
about to say, I just kind of gesture, and I like gesture with my stick, and like just a small motion, and I look at you with a shrug, Tamila.
It's okay, Eudora. You just take your time. It's all right.
Yeah, I think with that meek of words, she'll just continue.
Yeah. We're here for you. I'm gonna casually walk over and get my arrow. Here for you if you need us.
Is it okay over there? You hear Dara yelling.
Yeah, I would just go, yeah. You know, there's just the usual amount of crazy all around. You know how it is. As I climb back over the fence.
Crazy is
You
fine,
don't
but
have-
are we safe?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Does anyone want a hunting trap?
Jing raises her hand meekly.
Okay, hang on. And I'll run over and I'll grab the hunting trap.
How
remove
large
it
is the
from
hunting
ground.
trap?
It's like a bear trap, I guess, which is like, I don't know, a foot and a half.
Okay, I'm asking because the limit on my conjuration thing is 3 feet on a side. So
Yeah, you could conjure a hunting trap.
I'll go and take a look at it then, because that's
Yes.
the other limitation.
Oh yes, you can inspect it for sure.
Uh-huh.
It's triggered right
Useful
now.
spell.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pick up a goblin arrow and maybe like toss it at Eudora. Maybe try to get her to snap out of it.
Like, you shoot at her, or you
No,
just,
like with
toss
my
it?
hand,
Like,
but also a
lightly,
sharp
yeah.
arrow. Like so, like not good weapon safety, but also just tossing.
I think she's moved on back to this goblin, and she's stabbing the hell out of it. And after that body is mangled, she'll go to this one, and I think with a light arrow, I don't think she's like a tossed arrow. I don't think is gonna do
she-
anything.
In danger of hurting herself? Is she like this feel healthy or just
It feels angry, like she's like "Ah!" and just like stabbing.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna let her get it out of her system until she looks like she's about to hurt herself or someone else.
She'll keep moving until she gets to the big one, and if she's mangled all their bodies, then she'll take a moment to stop. But she doesn't say anything. She doesn't recognize you around. She's just like seething, looking at the bodies.
Dara and Goran and Clyde and Vasha stroll up to you, Pavel, and say, well, if it's safe, we should take a moment to bury these folks.
Yes, that's a good idea. Let me actually just wait a moment. I'm gonna make sure that everyone's okay, and I'm gonna sort of start to walk over.
Okay.
Because I mean, I can kind of see that Eudora is going crazy over here. I think. So I'm gonna hope that they haven't, and I'm gonna come over, and I'm gonna come up next to Tamila, and I'm just gonna shout out, Eudora, snap out of it! They're dead.
I think she's just silently staring at probably
A
the
little
leader
bit-
orc's body. Quiet.
A little bit. Okay, so you've stopped attacking. I might have missed that.
Yes. Yep.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was writing things. But I'm just gonna like sort of whisper now. People are coming.
She doesn't react at all. I think right now she's like facing map north, looking down at the body. So you're in her peripherals, but she doesn't react at all.
I'm like approach her from like the front, like try to touch her, just reach out a hand. Touch her.
Yeah, if you touch me, I'll probably look up at you, and you can see there's probably, I don't know which eye it is that you start crying out of when you're sad, but it's either the left one or the right one, but you just see like a tear streaming down her face.
You're safe. It's all right.
She's looking at you.
Trying
Oh.
to like find words to say the right thing right now.
Of course I'm safe. She just hastily wipes the single tear. So sorry. I just want to make sure that they were all dead. You know, these creatures and all, you know how it is.
All right. We'll take your time then. I'm going to go get patched up because I am bleeding out of my head where an arrow hit me. But Pavel's right behind you if he can help. I'm just gonna walk away from her.
Right. She just kind of, it's like that where someone is kind of just saying, yeah, okay, but they're not really processing or comprehending. They're just kind of saying that. She kind of does that.
As I pass Pavel, is gonna be like, she all right?
I've never seen her do this before. I guess she doesn't like goblins.
Well, she wouldn't be the first, but I'm not good with people.
Sorry. When Eudora has been saying that she's a sorcerer, has that been like private, or is anyone like has that been in a place where people would have overheard?
No, that was just her saying to herself.
Okay.
That was the stealth, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Some of you noticed the goat is just kind of walking around.
No goat. You all right?
He stares at you as if he understands what you're saying, and he nods.
Any thoughts on this?
He looks around. He tastes the grass a little bit, and he spits it out.
I'll speak with the animals. I'll talk to
Okay.
them.
Oh, I haven't gotten to speak with someone in such a long time. How are you?
Well, had better moments, but I'm all right. We're all fine.
That one has
How are
some
you?
turmoil in her. Is she okay?
I'm honestly not sure, but time heals. Time will tell. Through the adages.
Quite so, quite so. Have you noticed the grass here is disgusting?
Indeed, it's covered in blood and goblin yuck.
Ugh, yes, quite.
We'll get you some good stuff. I think there was some apples in one of the carts. I'll go fetch you some.
Well, thank you, dearie. You be good to my Dara, you hear?
Oh, of course. Of course. You have any thoughts on this? whole city disappearing and everything else that's going on?
Yes. Yes, I do. Give me a second.
Okay. Sorry.
I believe that Elturel still lives. The companion, the shining orb, remember? I believe that it had something to do with Elturel, and it has protected it from the undead. It must have sensed a great evil and bathed the city in its holy rays and drew it across time and space to keep the eternal sun, the stronghold of Aminator, the god of sun and time. Unfortunately, many who sought to reach the city, such as us before the ascension, were unable to do so. It is not our path.
Okay, here's my notes. The god Aminator, the god of time and sun, it is the city is his stronghold, and the champion was protecting it.
The companion was Aminator's gift. It was a kind of like a nickname for it, though you're not supposed to attribute the companion to any one religion. Because it resembled a sun, many believed it was a gift from Aminator, who's a god of the sun, right? So it is Clyde's belief that Aminator took the holy city of Elturel into his holy lands, and that they live now in his heaven, essentially.
What possibly could have threatened the city so much the companion would have stolen it away from this plane?
I have noticed the Lemirs, the devils. Ugh. They have brought a taint to this land. The grass. It is not just the blood that taints it. There is an evil rising.
I'm inclined to agree.
But Elturel is safe. I am sorry that you were not there. And I was not there. And my dear Dara.
Did he make an implication that he is some kind of pilgrim or something like that?
Clyde?
Yeah.
Yeah, Clyde seems to be quite a strong follower in Aminator. Although Dara is a follower of Ilmater, who's a god of martyrdom, Clyde seems to believe in the god of the sun.
Clyde, how did you come to be such an acolyte of Amarator?
I'll put the name in the chat for everyone. I might be missing it too. Amanator, yeah. Well, the sun, it creates the grass, and the grass is delicious.
Can't argue with that logic.
Dara and I have traveled long, and Goran, of course, we have all traveled quite far and wide and have heard many stories.
Oh?
Aminatar, he seems like a truly amazing god.
I suppose the god of sun and time would be truly amazing.
I had wished only to see the companion, his gift, for much longer than I could. The mere seconds before it disappeared.
You all were traveling to the city of Elturel right before it disappeared?
Yes, Dara was given a vision that people of Elturel would need help. I suppose it was right in a way.
Do you know what else she saw? Did she see the city's demise? Or its disappearance?
Only that she was needed there. Ilmater is the god of refugees, and surely she is serving her purpose.
And what of you? You just wish to accompany Dara?
Oh,
We're
yeah.
excited to see the companion?
I will protect her with my life.
That's very kind of you, Clyde.
Yes. She has a bright future. I think she will save many people.
I have no doubt. Do you have any other opinions on the evil that is brewing our situation? What realm would the companion have taken the city? Where is Amarato's home?
He has a stronghold, the keep of the eternal sun. It is another plane of the gods. I believe that's where I will go.
You mean after this life?
Yes. Goats
I
don't
hope you
live
do.
forever.
Neither do. When he says that, that resonates with her a little bit. And I suppose none do.
No, dear. But you look young. You have plenty of years.
It's pretty deceiving.
Should you treat animals such as justly as you've treated me, surely good karma is in your way.
I am not sure if I believe in karma.
Belief doesn't factor into it. It is simply what it is. You will have it. This I know.
Thank you, Clyde. Come on, let's get you an apple.
Yes,
and if anyone else is listening to this, she is definitely bleeding at this goat. Like bleeding noises are coming out of.
This is the most talkative y'all have ever seen Clyde, and he seems quite happy.
Oh my god, I wish I was hearing this.
You might through the somewhere. It seems so distant to you right now in your moment, but yes.
And I'll walk back to the cart and get him his apple, and I'll just keep talking to Clyde for a little bit, just kind of keep him company, listen to whatever story he wants to tell me about their travels.
Yeah, he'll tell you about one time how actually Goran is actually like a really famous like gladiator and has survived many battles and will also protect Dara with his life.
At some point while we're traveling, I will convey that to my companions so that they know as well.
Amazing.
Anything else I might roleplay when I tell them, but I'll sort of bring it up.
All right. Anything anyone else wants to do? Dara and Goran will begin to take down, and Vasha will begin to take down the bodies and bury them just over here with some makeshift crosses.
I think what I put in chat where Eudora is still just staring.
Okay. Pavel, you notice this as well.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm just gonna hang out with Eudora.
Dara will approach Vin and ask for his help and gather a few folks' help with burying the corpses and stuff.
Yeah, I'll absolutely help out.
Yep. All right, so about an hour goes by. You're able to bury the horse. Everything but the goblins. They don't care about the goblins. The goblins just stay there as a warning to travelers. They put one of the bodies out here.
I think within that time, Eudora definitely would have pulled herself out of it. She would have tucked away her necklace very intently, like very gently and just with lots of care underneath all her clothes and armor. And she would have helped with, I don't know if she would have made it to helping with the burial if it happened already, but she definitely would have paid some respects or whatever. And just did as much as she could in terms of, covering up their bodies and putting little rocks or finding rocks or whatever And then she would have taken each goblin, she would have hacked off their arms and their legs and arranged them in a way underneath the fences where she put their decapitated heads. That said, she would have done an arrangement, probably saying something like a warning, like just the word warning.
Yeah.
For the goblins. I don't know if she could do it with the limbs that she has, but if not, she might hack some fingers off. I don't know.
Yeah.
She would just try and make it work.
Yeah, like beware or something and put a goblin head.
Yeah. Something like that.
Yeah.
But very, very discaring and disrespectful with the bodies. Like not caring. She would just hack off the heads without a blink of an eye. Yeah. I don't think she said anything to anyone unless they've approached her, but she just goes and does this numbly.
Yeah. Some of the non-adventuring types kind of look a little fearful of you at the moment. But
I don't think she even notices.
Yeah, some of the hardened types tend to just be like, yep. All right, great. And after the bodies are arranged or buried appropriately, you all finish your travels for the day uneventful. Is there anything else you wanted to do before you camp for the night?
I am looking for both stuff as well as a bit of wood as we travel.
Absolutely. Actually, as you notice, there are some fallen branches here that you all can gather. So if you want to, however much you can carry, essentially.
I'm looking for a special piece, something to give to Ben that he can work with and he'll be happy crafting out of.
Yeah, make a survival check. Ooh.
Oh my god.
Nice.
So
Third nat
many
20s.
Dang.
You find a piece of purple heartwood that was fallen out of a merchant's cart. That's not from this area. That is a kind of an exotic piece of wood, and perfect for carving your bucket or whatever you would like.
Well, I'll talk to Ben about it, but I'll give him the purple heartwood.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
All right. So you want a long bucket with this? Yes.
Yep, a long bucket, something that can hide things but still be like discreet because it's like narrow.
Okay, I'm maybe confused on what are you trying to put in the bucket?
Well, just anything small. So like berries or plants or maybe a dagger.
Okay. I guess. Yeah, I'll try to make a long bucket for you. I'm not super familiar with,
I guess.
Yeah, like I mean, I get like I'm trying to imagine what it would be like, and I see the quiver on your back. Probably, I'm probably going to just to make a wooden quiver, unless there's like something
like a smaller
specific.
version. Yeah.
No, that'd be cool too. But no, yeah, just like something just kind of durable, but a container that's not inconvenient to hold. So yeah.
Yeah,
I'd say she's probably thinking more like a box than a bucket, but yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm kind of thinking like I have a box that I put all my pencils in for my sketchbook. It's like flat and I don't know. It's just nice for carrying tiny things, and it like fits in my pocket and kind of like that.
Yeah, I will. I we can just say maybe along the trip, I work with her to try to design something that works well, and then slowly begin like carving the pieces from there.
Absolutely. And then the survival with the 20, you also find 50 gold's worth of herbs for the potions.
Oh boy!
I take those over to Pavel, and I will show him so a couple of really cool mushrooms and a very innocent-looking plant, but I'm very excited about it because it has blue veins.
Drooping foliota! You found the drooping foliota! And this blue thing, we don't need this.
That's so Pavel.
I'm sorry, no. I do need this. This is important. We're going to use this.
No. Yeah, I'll hand him the mushroom, and happy he's happy.
Yeah. Okay. The rest of the day is pretty uneventful. You all arrive at your camp, which I will have a camp here for you. Give me a second. Just make sure that the lighting's correct here. Okay, good. Alright, lovely little camp for y'all. Nice, so you can find a nice little camp around a tree and set up your cart. And Reya's there with you. Starts up a fire over here. And yeah, you have a lovely night's rest. If you would like to set up watches, let me know.
Yeah, I feel like we have to, right? I mean,
Yeah.
You are in the woods.
Goblies.
We'll tag in Reya this time.
Yeah, so she offers. She feels much better now, so she actually offers. Previously, she's like, "I'm so hurt. I hope they don't call me."
Yeah. No, she deserved it. She deserved a little beauty rest. She was killer.
Yeah. Good work, Hellriders. If we can even call ourselves that.
I mean, we still have horses, I suppose.
I suppose. No one to report to, though.
Yeah, I guess.
No one to protect. Besides these folks.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like we should try to find the city, should we not? Find out what happened?
Yes, it is quite a mystery, but I'm not smart. I'm strong, right? But I just don't know what to do.
Oh, well, if it makes you feel any better, I feel like I am both smart and strong, and I don't know what to do either, so...
That is quite true, Ben.
We all have our strengths. I'm not going to comment on...
Well, I will take the first watch so that you all make it your rest.
Right.
I'll do second. I don't mind.
I mean, do we all just want to like shift down a little bit, take shorter watches, keep the same order?
Do fives.
Yeah, do fives.
Okay, go ahead and put yourself in the order, starting with Reya on the left, and then...
Yeah, Eudora's not really paying attention to any conversation that's happening. She's been silent.
I think maybe at that, Vid would look over at Eudora and be like, I think we could probably just do 4 watches again. I think we just do watches of 4. I'll go there if Pavel wants to take the middle again.
Okie dokie.
There you go.
There we go. And there's a
Okay.
watch.
Lovely. All right, so we'll do Reya first. Can you all see Reya rolls? Let's see.
Not her rolls, no.
No, okay.
All right,
Well,
now
she
at
rolled a
least.
nat 20.
Oh my
Nice.
god.
All right, Reya.
These coons.
So Reya is able to, she decides to look around. She does like a patrol with the horses. And she comes back and she's like, Tamila.
Yeah.
I found something. I think you'll like it. It's so perfect for you.
I'll sit up and smile at her. What did
Come
you
on.
find?
Get on your horse.
Oh, shouldn't we wake someone else up to watch while we're gone?
Oh, it's
Just stand up
safe.
and stare.
I patrolled around. There's no one around. It will be real fast. But if you want to wake someone, you can.
Can I just insight and like, is this actually her?
Yeah.
11.
It seems like her. She's just really excited.
All right. I'm gonna get my whistle out and put my in my palm, but otherwise, I'll follow her.
It's not far. Don't worry. She rides out to the edge of the refugee caravan, and you see some additional travelers have rolled up, and one of them is a circus, and they are selling their animals. She's, look at all these amazing animals. And you see an elephant, you see a zebra, you see a panther, you see a wolf, and you see a parrot. All right. The panther looks at you with green eyes.
Hello, you. Afraid I can't quite speak to you today, but...
He cocks his head at you. The circus showman walks up. Oh, taking an interest in Shadow.
Indeed. I'm gonna pull out some jerky from nowhere and offer it to the panther.
Ah, yes. Shadow is quite well trained around people. And the panther will delicately, staring you directly in the eyes, quietly walk forward and just barely with its mouth get the edge of the jerky and then rip it away.
Indeed, it seems.
Ah, yes. Well, it seems that our circus is no longer able to sustain itself. Apparently, it's a little bit too depressing right now for a circus, and I get it. But these animals, they need a home. I mean, you look quite interested in Shadow here.
Reminds me of a pet I once had.
Oh, really?
I don't have any gold to buy him from you for.
Tell me about your pet.
I grew up in Baldur's Gate, and she does not pause, at Greymore Stable and Menagerie. So many animals there.
Oh my goodness, we adopted Shadow from there.
Did you?
Oh,
I'm sure. Probably a cub of my pet from all those years ago.
oh my goodness. Oh, it just lightens my heart to hear this. Listen, Shadow is probably not going to sell very well. If you can get me a good word at the menagerie for future dealings, then I entrust her to you.
I have a deal. What's the name of your circus?
He actually writes up like a whole long contract right now for future dealings with the menagerie. The Feylight Circus gets 50% off any future Panther cubs.
Do I have any authority to like? I don't think I have any authority.
I think your parents might be a little angry with you, but he doesn't know that.
I don't know if she'd be okay with that, though.
You can negotiate with him. Yeah.
I'm gonna say, my promise of a good word.
Make a persuasion check.
12.
Oof. All right, how about 50% off of one cub instead of any future cubs?
So, like Shadow's, how about this? Shadow's first litter. I promise to pick for you.
I love it. He draws up a new contract for the best pick out of Shadow's future litter, one cub for free for the Feylight Circus.
The Feylight Circus. Do I know the Feylight Circus?
Make a history check. Yes. Yeah, they were frequently in Elturel, and they were pretty well regarded in the city park, often doing wonderful displays of animal and trapeze acts and all sorts of things. But they most of their clientele was in Elturel, and now all of their connections from Elturel have disappeared. So he's looking to kind of liquidate his circus, make new connections, and then rebuild.
Are they known for treating their animals well?
Yes, they are known for treating the animals well as the circus can, right? They don't have the freedoms that they should have, in your opinion. But they make sure they have enough food and exercise, but they have to sleep in their cages.
Okay.
And they don't, whip them very much or anything like that. Panther looks perfectly healthy.
Good. Okay, yep. If I'm willing to sign his agreement. That
all right.
says, feeling a little weird about it, but
All right. He files away the paper and then gives you unlocks the cage to Shadow and has you hold out your hand. And as you do, Shadow puts her head into your hand, and he says, "If you need to call on her, you just call for Shadow, okay? You may rename her if you wish, but you must train her to the new name. She recognizes you as her owner now. Do take care of her, and make sure she has those babies."
Didn't promise that.
He just curls his mustache a bit and smiles.
Let's see. I'm wondering if this might help us establish a bond. Maybe not. But I'm gonna touch her, and I do not have a spell. Never mind. In the morning, I might cast something. But maybe. So maybe I'm just gonna try to spend a little bit of time with her, and maybe just see if I can't magically connect with her a little bit, and yeah, I have a pet.
It's only a couple hours, but she just stays by your side and just watches you closely. She doesn't seem comfortable yet, but she definitely seems docile.
I'm going to minor illusion some mice for her to chase around.
Oh, she loves this.
Yes. And then maybe puts some jerky at the end, so when she catches them, she has a little bit of a treat.
Yes. All right. She's very excited about this. And she does enjoy the exercise a lot. You can tell that she's not very strong because she hasn't had as much exercise as she probably should have. But she has for all intents and purposes, she has the stats of a panther.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Well, I will stay up with her at least through the rest of Reya's watch at my watch.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Reya will actually go to sleep once you guys get back. But,
yeah.
Like I told you, you'd like it. All right, great. Okay, and next up is Pavel. Pavel, you awake to Tamila brushing your shoulder and telling you to wake up, and you see besides Tamila is a panther, bigger than Tamila. The head just staring at you with tilting its head.
What is that? This is Shadow. Shadow's good.
Shadow. Shadow is a panther. Did you know that Shadow is a panther?
I'm aware Shadow's a panther.
Did you know that there is a panther in our camp right now?
Good panther. You calm down.
Oh, goodness. Oh, gosh.
Shadow's head tilts some more. I'm just looking at you.
Shadow and I are going to go to sleep because it's late, and it's your turn to watch.
Right. Okay, I will watch the panther.
No, you were watching the camp. The panther's fine. And I'm going to I probably won't let me curl up.
Panther. What?
Yeah, it won't let you curl up to it. It actually climbs up into the tree and sleeps on a branch when it notices you fall asleep.
I go up in the tree with it.
Okay.
I will. I'm not gonna touch it, but I'm gonna do like that thing where like just like close proximity to it. Just
Yeah,
to, like,
absolutely. Yeah, you
like,
can get
slowly-
used to it.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
just like with real cats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy panther girl. I whisper under my breath.
Okay, make a perception check.
Yeah.
I brought him a mushroom and everything.
All right,
Excellent.
wonderful. What would you like to do, or if anything?
I'll try to do this in few words. Pavel is gonna start experimenting again. But this time he's going to like sort of go over and a little bit like nervously like light up the fire, the campfire again, and like let it get going and like sort of step away from it. But then he's gonna douse it, so that it smokes up a lot. And he's gonna conjure a mirror. There was a steel mirror at the camp. The tent city. So he's able to conjure that, and he's going to experiment with smoking mirrors.
I love it. All right, I'll make an intelligence check.
Oh man, there's a check involved?
See how much you gain from this. Okay, yeah. Everything you wanted to gain, you have gained.
Cool.
Okay. Up next is Vin. Would you like to wake him?
Yeah, I'll go wake him, and I'll walk over and like shake him again. Vin, wake up!
Vin will once again roll, but this time he's on the ground, so he just kind of rolls over several times away from his bed. Okay, is it that time already? Okay.
Yeah. And I'm just gonna point up into the tree and like, be careful. There's a panther.
Oh. But actually, I've known Tamila for some time. Have I known Tamila has like a affinity towards some weird animals?
She's definitely adopted and nursed back things smaller than this. Nothing is as dangerous as the panther.
Okay. I say, okay, well, don't tell Tamila about it. She'll probably she might want to adopt it or something. Or,
I think she already did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's fine then.
She's up there too.
Okay. Oh, well then, what I don't understand the issue is. It seems like it's just part of the team. Did she already name it?
But it's named Shadow.
Oh boy, you're
It's
too
up-
late then, buddy. I mean, it has a name. I mean,
Love it. All right, Vin, roll a perception check.
Yep. Perception. I should have advantage. That's 11.
Okay. You don't notice anything unusual. You notice some really early risers are starting to get up and make, pack up their camps and make their breakfasts and things like that. Anything you'd like to do?
I'll just spend a little bit of time working on the long bucket, as it's called, I guess.
Absolutely, yeah.
And I haven't touched her talking with Tamila for a while, just like trying to make it what she wants as much as we can out of that purple heartwood that she has.
Mm-hmm.
Do I get the impression that Vin is happy to be working on something, or am I imposing on him?
Oh, I think Vin is always happy to be making something for someone. Yeah, so I think Vin is more than happy to make something like this for you.
Okay. Sorry, that makes me feel better about it.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So I think that will be his time.
Okay, great. All right. And then morning comes. Eudora, did you sleep well?
I did not. I stayed awake, and I have a level of exhaustion.
All right.
I'm self-imposing a level of exhaustion.
If you don't already have inspiration, go to take inspiration for your role playing tonight.
Thank you.
Wonderful. Also, Vin, you had a lot of story moments tonight, so go ahead and take some inspiration.
I think I still have it, but I
okay, great. Well, use it.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so the camp gets packed and everyone is ready for a new day, which is a perfect time to call it a night, I think.
That's so funny. That's ironic.
Yeah, exactly.
A new day, and it's time to call it a night.
Yep.